Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the What's Good podcast. Simon and I are wearing the same clothes, but ArthurTV is wearing... Have you got it changed?
I was wearing a hoodie.
Anyway, Arthur, welcome. Let's go.
Yeah.
Bop.
Thanks for having me.
No worries. Where did the TV part come from your name? What was the inspiration there?
I just started reviewing TV shows when I started YouTube, and that was pretty much it.
Oh, man.
I was actually becoming a lawyer at the time as well,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to have a sort of do a video, have some hater speak to my law firm and find me on LinkedIn and get me sacked basically. So I was like,
I feel like a lot of people in this friend circle are lawyers.
Who else is?
Well, Meg.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Fair enough.
I knew when you said it, I was thinking one other person. That is it.
Yeah,
It's
she's a good lawyer as well.
Yeah, I've heard this.
Yeah.
Yeah, winning an award apparently.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know I'm going to. I get arrested.
All right.
When?
I do some weird things. But no, I'm wearing shoes. Fuck. You got to. Anyway, sorry, I'm weird. I know that back in the day, everyone would put TV on their channel. But you did it because you're actually reviewing TV shows rather than
Yeah.
Because I know back in the day, everyone was like, oh, this is YouTube. It's like the new TV. I'll be called... my first channel was called Randolph TV.
Really?
Actually, it was called that, yeah.
I know Shane Dawson was Shane Dawson TV as well.
Yeah.
And but yeah, no, it was just because it was TV related.
Yeah.
And as well, growing up, I remember every couple of years I'd look back at my sort of old Xbox names and PlayStation names and be like, that was so cringe. I was Banksy Kid and King Arthur and stuff
King
like
Arthur.
this. And I was like,
Yeah.
if I make a YouTube name that in 2 years I find is really cringe, it's going to be hard to shake. So I was like, just make it my name.
Yeah.
And barely anyone thinks, obviously some people do think my surname is TV, it's
initials.
not. Theodore Villacruz or something.
Why that?
I've had that. Just had that once. It was really weird. And I was just like, I just need my first name there, and I didn't really care what else was coming up.
Yeah.
So in one sentence, can you just sum up what you do? Your videos, what they are?
Honestly, I can't. Now it's just I review TV shows. Most people, I'm guessing most people watch this are UK based, and I actually really don't have a very big UK audience.
Really?
So if someone comes up and says hi to me in the UK, they're always like, oh, I know you from someone else's channel.
Okay.
I basically just cover American TV
US.
shows.
Yeah, that's crazy though. But to be fair, I think a lot of people that I know would like a more American-based audience because CPM's higher. You know CPM higher?
Yeah, it's higher, I think, than... So I started a Reacts one,
Yeah.
a Reacts channel, and my UK... That's got a big UK audience, and the CPM's a quarter.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
That's wow.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. I've got a lot of channels.
Yeah, I was looking at this. One thing I thought was interesting was a Minecraft one.
Yeah.
Then I clicked it and I feel like it wasn't even Minecraft.
No, it is. So I'm playing. So if you click on...
Oh, okay. I just looked at that one.
I'm playing Minecraft whilst talking.
Got you.
It's really funny because on the commentary channel, you guys will know this, every now and then you want to branch out, you'll try something new,
Yeah.
and it will just flop because it's not what your usual audience like.
Yeah.
And I remember I did this which one was it? It was, that vegan teacher video. I uploaded that on my that kind of commentary on my main channel, and it flopped, and everyone was
Yeah.
like, well, we like American reality TV shows. Why are you talking about British Minecraft YouTubers?
Yeah.
And so I was like, given I've already done the commentary stuff for this, I'll stick it on a Minecraft channel.
Yeah.
And left it, and I came back after a month, and that video's done better than any video on my main channel.
6
mil, which is crazy.
Mental.
This is original TikTok though.
Yeah.
You know on TikTok how you always get those Minecraft parkour maps.
Yeah.
With someone talking about
so
something.
this was what, scroll down, how long ago was this? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you do more on this channel? How much do you post?
So that week, because it just took me a day to play Minecraft and talk about stuff, that week is really embarrassing. I was really spotty for that week.
Okay.
And I was like, I can't do a main channel video. This is so
Yeah.
embarrassing. Just had a giant one on my forehead, giant one on my nose. I was like, I'm not going to go in front of camera. But I was all this Dream SMP stuff's kicking off, getting crazy views. So I was like, I'll make a couple of videos on this. That was literally just, I did those 5 videos in the span of a week. And then they were all flopping, got 100 views. So I stopped doing it at the end of the week, and then came back a month later, never checked the channel. And one was on 1 mil, and one was on 5 or 6.
Oh,
I was like, that's crazy.
Mad. Wait, so did you monetize it? Now?
Yeah, they were
Oh,
monetized at the time, thankfully. So it was a decent,
Quick
little boost. Yeah.
You should just do that more, man.
I think I just peaked this 2 years ago on this stupid little Minecraft channel. I'm never going to reach the same heights.
What's the end one? Oh, True Crime. Nice. Because I know you actually did Fella's Mystery for a bit, right?
Yeah, I did.
Was that to sit in or just...
Originally it was to sit in. So I did that brutal interrogation of Stephanie Lazarus I did on my main channel.
Yeah.
And it got 10k views after about 6 months, hit the algorithm and got 500,000, 600k. And I was like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
And then but because I knew the algorithm just wasn't going to enjoy it, I was like, I've got this second video, and I was like, I'm actually not going to post it on my main. I'm going to post it on a true crime channel, and I mean, they didn't do that well. But then that one at the end, the disturbing final footage no one can explain, and the Black Dahlia, those were 2 videos I did for the Fellas Mysteries.
Okay.
And we spent the month doing them. And then just as I did that, they were like, we're putting Fellas Mysteries on hold for a bit. And so I just had these 2 videos, and I was like, I'll just stick them on the true crime channel.
Nice.
So all these like extra channels, like they're not really like ones I'm focusing on. They're just sort of like random side projects that I would have done and like just stuck them somewhere where
I guess to make sure that the algorithm is not confused on your main channel, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I should have done that.
And obviously for like brand deals, you know, like if they look back and there's like a video with like 5k views, they'll like lower the rate, like they'll like half it. So.
Shit, man.
Yeah, Randolph.
Dark reality, bro.
We'll lower the rate.
I'm finished, man.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to ask about your main channel.
Yeah.
How often do you get like claimed or...
So,
I don't know this.
So this is why I do so much 90 Day Fiance stuff. So I actually work with Discovery on this.
Okay.
So Discovery Plus own the 90 Day Fiance like genre. Like there's a million different spin-off sagas.
Yeah.
And they basically, when there's a new like season coming out, because I'm one of the very few 90 Day Fiance UK YouTubers, they'll come to me and be like,
That's a weird phrase.
obviously, like I don't think anyone can name any others really, unless you're really into the world. But they come to me and they're like, oh, there's a new like 90 Day Fiance UK.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's like it's British people.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, can you promote it? So they'll ask me to do a video and just be like, can you just say there's a new season come out, review a few couples, hype it up and give us our link. I've got the link to all the Discovery stuff, but I just spoke to them and they were like, if you're using 10 to 15 second clips max and talking about the show and like there's way more commentary than clips and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they feel like more people find the videos and then go watch the full show.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, in that sort of like 10-minute video, there's probably like 2 minutes of clips from a 2-hour episode. So people aren't watching the show like through my channel. They're not losing out. They think they're gaining. And I think I agree. Like the number of comments I get that are like, oh, I went and watched the full season because of this. Yeah. So I think it's sort of like a mutually beneficial relationship.
That's like the first time I've ever heard a company actually do something smart like that.
Yeah.
That's actually like makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Because I reacted to the Big Ed thing. And I remember I had made it was like a 16-minute video. And then I went through it and bits got claimed.
Oh, yeah.
And I think I ended up with a 6-minute video.
Mad.
Oh,
like
no way.
The amount of bits I had to just cut out, like this 40 seconds, this 16 seconds.
Was it like a straight up reaction?
It was a lot more reaction.
Yeah.
But it was still like watch 20 to 30 seconds, then talk for 15.
Oh, yeah.
Then watch a bit more. So I get it.
Yeah, so I think from then they were saying sort of more like 10 to 15 is where they kind of draw the line if you ever want to do another Big Ed vid. But I mean, I back in the olden day, I used to do Airline, which was like a UK show, and that was before I did my face reveal. And then when Airline kind of ran out, I was like, I need to find something new. And just that week when I was looking for new stuff, Big Ed came up. I'd never done a 90 Day Fiance stuff. And he just is the weirdest bloke. I mean, you've seen the clips, like the most spectacularly bizarre little cretin. Like he's so weird. And like deep down, I think you can tell from watching him from seasons, like really not a nice person. So it makes it a bit easier to roast him.
Yeah.
And then obviously once I had done like 10 videos on that, people were like, oh, if you think he's crazy, look at this other couple. And so I just kind of like spiraled. And now because I do so much 90 Day stuff, when I do a non 90 Day Fiance stuff, people are like, oh, this isn't 90 Day, I'm not going to watch it. So I've almost like pigeonholed myself, but that just happens with the YouTube stuff. I think
it does.
Have you ever met Big Ed?
I haven't, I speak to him in DMs every now and
Really?
then. Yeah, in his Instagram DMs.
What do you speak about?
So because I am quite like, my humor's quite dry and I think I can come across a bit mean and stuff. Like I obviously like do try and roast people like to it. It's like, it's on the level. Like some people are like, oh, this is too harsh, but some people enjoy it. Like the British humor is especially like, you guys probably know that. Sometimes Americans will be like, why are they being so mean to each other? And you're like, we're mates. Like the number of times, like George Clarkey has a very dry sense of humor. And the number of times people message me being like, hey man, watch your video. So sorry, George was being so mean to you. I'm like, he's one of my best mates. Like he's just roasting me, like, and I'm playing along with it. But every now and then, like when I cover someone, if I'm going to like send for them a bit harder, I will drop them a message on Instagram and stuff and just be like, I'm going to joke about this, like, aspect or whatever, or this thing that you've done, like, is it okay? Like, do you mind? Do you think this is too far? And most of them are fine with it.
I should have done that with Deji, man. Just like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna say a joke. Just don't take it too personally.
No, I ended up working out.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
But I mean, like speaking of not getting consent before speaking about things online, I saw your messages to Chris with.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know you wanted to.
So,
No, he leaked his wedding, man.
Huh?
You leaked his wedding.
he leaked my wedding,
You know,
basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not on purpose.
No, I know.
I know.
I am really
To be
sorry because
fair,
I had no
To be
idea.
fair, I was angry. I was more angry at Chris
Yeah.
because I'd done we'd tried really hard not to have anyone leak the wedding. Like we told everyone not to say whatever.
Yeah.
And then I started getting messages saying like, "Oh, good luck on your wedding," blah blah blah, stuff like that. And I was like, "How does everyone know this?" And then I got linked a clip of you saying like about the
Someone
wedding.
clipped it as well, for
Yeah.
goodness sakes.
And I messaged Chris and I was like, so Chris really like wound me up with his reactions. Cause I was like, oh, by the way, like Arthur's mentioned the wedding. He's just like, lol. And I'm like, but like, I'm trying to basically keep it quiet.
Yeah,
And then,
yeah.
you know, and he was just like, well. And I was kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Chris is really winding me up here. And
Yeah,
I ended up-
I'm sure. Like when I guess when Chris mentioned he's going to the wedding or something, he didn't say to you like, "Oh, don't tell anyone."
No, and because I mean, I only found out about the wedding through you. Do you remember we did Theo's video in Scotland,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Oh, it's like my wedding next week or whatever," and there was kind of no mention that it was a secret. And obviously that day was FA Cup final day, and so I was like speaking to Chris and Chip. Obviously Chip's like the only other Man United fan. I was like, "What are you guys doing for the FA Cup?" And they were like, "Oh, it's Simon's wedding," and I was like, oh, "Okay, fair enough." And so when people someone on stream just asked me like, "Oh, did you watch the FA Cup final with anyone?" I was like, "No, I didn't watch it with the boys. I think they're at Simon's wedding." And that was literally it. Like it did not cross my mind.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things like, you know, you need streaming does stress me out for that kind of stuff because like that kind of thing, like you can just say one thing.
Oh, I leak everything.
Yeah.
I know you do.
I mean, to be fair, I could have ruined the wedding. Like, the amount of times I was like, "Oh yeah, with the fitting for Simon's wedding."
Yeah.
Yeah, but
But-
oh, you said it before as well.
He went to a fitting.
So went to a fitting for the
fair.
grooms and
Just for
stuff,
suit.
but not for like. I didn't say
That could have
when
been
it was.
any.
I was just glad it like didn't. The worst thing, like I was having nightmares. Like, imagine if someone like
turns up like
turns
Arthur
up,
told me. It was
yeah, exactly. Like comes to the wedding, like I object, like running down the thing. But yeah, no, thankfully it was because it was the night after the wedding or something, wasn't it? Didn't you get married on the Saturday?
Yeah.
And the stream was like late at night on the Saturday, so I was like, but
Yeah, no, I felt bad. I apologize for the messages.
no, I thought it was more than valid. You know, if you had sent me an angry one, I would have been like, that's very fair.
I was just Chris really wound me up with the replies. He was like, well, it could have been worse. Could have been before. I'm like, yeah. But yeah. Anyway.
But I guess also I know that obviously you tried to have it so people didn't take photos so that you could take photos and share them out. But it was also only a matter of time until people started showing photos as well, right?
Yeah,
So it's like,
but
in
no
the-
one
in the
actually
end-
posted until we posted one,
Yeah.
which actually was quite.
But you posted quite soon actually.
Yeah, 'cause-
so I reckon they were gagging.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Can't wait to post these photos. Some photos are so mental, by the way.
What do you mean?
Some photos were not even of people at the wedding. It was just like some shots were just the venue.
Oh yeah.
Like, why would you post a picture of just the venue? Anyway,
it was a sweet venue from what I saw.
Although, can I say one thing? By the way, Jake, twin, right? Liam's brother. I think it's Jake or Liam. Sorry. Posted a photo in front of the venue, but it's tilted,
Okay.
and it really annoys me every time I see it. Like, why not just literally tilt the photo back? Anyway, speaking of Chris, so you guys were friends, right?
Yeah.
In
Well,
Jersey.
you're from Jersey.
Yeah, in
Yeah.
Jersey. So we went to school together.
You're the other guy in Jersey.
Yeah, the other one. But yeah, no, he went to my secondary school,
Okay.
and from trying to think what year it was, probably like year 8 or 9, I think he would have, or maybe it was even year 7.
Mm-hmm.
But we just started being mates. Like we were in the same sets for like science and stuff.
Sick.
GCSE, we did all the same things, but then it was mainly like A level where like we studied biology, chemistry, and maths together and sat next to each other.
Oh, nice.
And
The easy subjects, you know.
I didn't get invited to those ones, man.
What do you mean?
I just had science. Nah, not really. I did I actually did just do science.
what, like general science or sciencey things?
Just general stuff.
Just science.
Just like
You know when you're in the lower
sets.
sets. You just,
What do you mean fair now? fun story though. Actually, was in a class that I wasn't supposed to be in.
yeah, because you just went in with Laura.
Yeah, Laura, my wife is I just went in with her, and I was never meant to be in there. And then they never read my name on their
In
register.
school?
Yeah, so I just went into her class
For like a whole year.
for 2 years for whole GCSE. So we went in, just sat next to her, did all the work, and I wasn't on the register, and I was like, nah, I should be. And he's like, no, you're not. So
it wasn't on the register.
Yeah, so they added me at the
I
bottom, it was like
should
just in pen. And then I also coincidentally missed every other class of what I was supposed to be in. But I didn't know that. So then, literally, I was in 2 years later when we were doing the final GCSE exams. I was in my form, and they came over to me and was like, "Oh, you've got an exam right now." I was like, "No, I don't." My exam's like, "No, you have." So I went over to the board, and yeah, my name's on there for the class that I never went into, but I still passed it somehow.
Without any revision or even going to the
I got
class?
to see everything. I just didn't revise for anything at school.
That's actually quite impressive.
Yeah, thanks. But and also the funny thing is, in her class, she would just do my work anyway. I just sit on Angry Birds. And she would just do all the experiments. So I just had sick time. I think the teacher had problems with my parents back when my brother was at school. I think he was too scared to say anything to me. So I just had fun. Yeah. But anyway,
Well, as you were saying.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
You were doing,
Not about me.
A-levels with Chris.
Yeah, and then so we started sitting next to each other in all of our subjects because we obviously had a lot in common. And then do you remember he used to do those like reacting to my Sunday League football things?
Yeah.
So he was like,
you do have no idea.
I don't.
when we were like 16, 17, he was like, we've got 2 seasons left before we go to uni. Like, come get involved in our Sunday League. I'd never played football. I was always bored sports growing up.
Oh wow.
I was just like, oh fine. I was awful at football. And then because obviously we started playing football together, and then we're in the same classes. We just became really good mates.
Yeah.
And then I remember him when we were about to like go off to uni. There you go. There's probably one. I don't know if you can find it. It's probably hard because there's quite a few. It was like the last game of the season against our rivals, and I get played through 1-on-1, and he says something like, one of my mates who's new to football, to put it nicely, runs through on goal, and I'm like running like Haaland, like running through on goal.
Nice.
Which I bet loads of people have seen, but probably just never clicked that it was me.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was like, he was supposed to go off and become a vet. He was going to do veterinary studies at Nottingham. And then and then he was like, I'm actually making enough money to like live off YouTube. And we were like, what? And he's like, yeah. And so he's like, I'm just going to see where it goes. And we were like fair enough. It was in that era where like, I'm sure it was the same with you when you were starting. Like there weren't YouTubers that were like making a...
I started about 3 years after that.
Oh,
but
did
like
you?
JJ was doing it.
Okay, yeah. So, and it was just like is it that one? Nah, that's at the Fortress, sadly. It's not that one. We were Instant Ones. Anyway, there's probably too many to circle through them, but yeah, and then I was just at uni and I was like, oh, I needed just some sort of job to sort of make money. And I was like, why not just start YouTube like Chris is doing it? It seems like decent money and it's like flexible, you know, I don't have to go into work every day. Like if I need to study or do like an essay or an assignment, I can do that. And then if I've got a free day, I can just do YouTube.
Yeah.
And then started earning money from it and then was like, why not do it full time?
So how far did you get in you finished your law degree?
Yeah, so I finished my law degree and then it was I came to London to do my like LPC, like the practice year.
Yeah.
And it was like halfway through that I started it, and then I started like practicing as a lawyer. So I was like, I was an employed trainee lawyer, and about 6 months into that, like the hours were just awful. Like it was like first thing in the morning till like 11 o'clock at night.
Wow.
And I would just be like, I cannot do any like videos here.
Yeah.
Like my channel was just dying and dying. I was like, either I give up YouTube completely or I put a hold on law. And I was like, to be fair, I've got the exam and the qualifications and stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to go for it with YouTube. I was earning enough to pay my rent and stuff.
Yeah, nice.
So I was like, if I go full time, like surely I'll keep earning enough to live on and never look back.
Perfect,
really.
yeah, perfect, man. So Guernsey, Jersey. You did uni there at all, or you did like?
Did I what?
Did you do university there?
Nah, so
London.
Do they have a university there?
I think there is one, but I don't think it's that good. I went to uni in Durham in the northeast.
Okay.
So I was up there for 3 years.
And then London for the...
for the 4th year, yeah.
So if YouTube completely capitulates, you're going to be a lawyer again?
I don't know, you know. It's weird. I'm sure you guys, like, the idea of going back to a 9-to-5 thing.
I'll take it right now, man. No, I'm kidding.
After the 11K view.
Got to find something else to do, man.
No, I think there's like... I think this kind of thing's more for me. Like, even when I was in school and stuff, I was always doing, like, little side hustles that never went anywhere, but like I just enjoy it so much more, like being my own man, doing my own thing, like earning my own money. Like
I think YouTube gives you a lot of skills as well that like will help in and transfer in a lot of different businesses.
Yeah,
I don't know why, like just the mentality you get, you can kind of go, obviously maybe not as much money, but I think if everything stopped right now, you'd be able to figure something out to be able to just get the money in, you know.
Yeah.
I think also what social, or even just working for yourself. I think working for yourself, point blank, allows you to like think of ways to get money in. Because I know when you're working 9 to 5, you get your paycheck and that's kind of it. Whereas with like when you're self-employed or you doing YouTube or whatever, you have to fend for yourself. So you have to do different things, like maybe a bit of Twitch, or a bit of YouTube, and you see how money adds up. You don't have to earn like £200 a month just doing YouTube, but you can do like 500 quid here, 500 quid there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
and as well, like even if YouTube itself goes, like people are always going to want to consume entertaining content. Like people have always like watched TV, listened to radio. Well, not always, obviously, but like music and performing arts and stuff. Like there's always been forms of entertainment out there. Yeah. Like if YouTube goes, like something will take its place.
Yeah, of course.
And I think like even YouTube itself, like I always thought this about Chris, like the people who stay long term are the people who are just good at evolving. Like you'll get someone who's really good at like a specific niche, and then that will kind of fall off. And how many people have you seen like go sky high? Yeah. They're super popular, and then you're like, oh, that's got a bit old, and they've never found something new to keep it going. Yeah. And like, you know, Chris, like when FIFA stuff was really big, was doing that, and then that kind of got a bit quieter and real life stuff started going. Yeah. And like there were loads of YouTubers his size when FIFA fell off, kept doing FIFA and kind of probably are back to normal jobs. But Chris is obviously, you know, doing his own thing, and I, you know, Simon the same, and like, you know, there's always new trends, and if you're always on the trends and like figuring out what's doing well, like if you can evolve and adapt, I think you're always going to be on the scene in some sort of form. It's
like even JJ, if he just did only FIFA, probably would have just like fizzled out a little bit in the end, you know. Probably. I mean, it'd still be doing alright, obviously, because he was really good. But like him doing music and then boxing, even though when people said you shouldn't do that, it's not good for you. That's what took him.
But part of me wonders how much longer FIFA would have survived
if he
had never stopped.
Could have done, yeah.
No, he was still
you think
doing.
He could have been carrying the.
Not to the extent of what he was. Not it wouldn't have been as big, but I wonder if people would be more interested in FIFA now if he was still on it and like Harry was still on it.
Yeah, true.
Because when they make a video, you make sure you want to make a video as well. You know, especially
who are the big people on the scene now? Like Danny Aaron's.
Danny Aaron's is the big one. Foot Crunch.
He's killing it, but he's more like
he does a lot of real life.
Like real life by using FIFA.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Chris does things as well. You know, he'll do like a real life video, but it's football challenges inside. Yeah. Foot Crunch. I know like you have like AJ3 still killing it, right? Yeah. People like that. I don't really know much more.
Like net baits and stuff.
Yeah. This guy, he just knows YouTube, man.
Oh shit, he's banging 1 mil, 1.1, 3.9. Yeah, that is crazy.
He's the type of guy where he also something works, he just does it again, which I actually rate. You know?
Yeah, but it's just that kind of world. Like that's why it doesn't worry me too much. Like I think when I ran out of clips for the airline, because that was like that carried me to 100k. Like that was all that would do well. Like I do stuff in between, and it would just flop. When that like stopped doing well, I was like, this is where I need to basically figure out if like it's my commentary adding to the stuff or whether it was like just the airline clips and I was just like carrying it. And then I kind of felt like as things went on, especially the way I started doing the 90-day stuff where it was like, you know, 80% of the video is me talking. I was like, I need to just make sure that like I'm adding a lot to the clips and like people are coming here to watch me, because otherwise if 90 Day Fiance stops one day, I don't want to be stuck at zero again. Like I want people to be like, oh, Arthur's done a video on this.
Yeah. That was literally the first thing JJ said to me was like, make sure that they're watching you, not the game. So I'm posting FIFA videos and he's like, make sure that your FIFA gameplay isn't the main thing of the video. Yeah. Even though it is everything on screen. Yeah. You need to build it around you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Because ultimately people can just play FIFA. You know? And just commentate to themselves.
Yeah, or watch TV shows or react to stuff like, there's a million different ones. So you definitely need to find your own way of like sticking out and stuff. But
that's why I do think as well, like people, I don't know, people like to have a go at people who do like reaction-based content and stuff. And it's like, well, obviously, often it works, you know. So there's a reason why people want to watch it, you know. It's like I don't know, Love Island. Compare, I don't know, like, you know, Breaking Bad type shows to Love Island. Like people still want to watch Love Island, you know.
Yeah.
Millions do. So it's like, you know, people just have different tastes.
I'd rather watch reactions than the thing normally.
Yeah, sometimes as well.
Like I'll watch part of a music video that's just come out. I'll watch a minute of it and then I'll just go watch 10 reactions.
You know, I feel that actually, because I would sit and watch a podcast. Like, I have the worst attention span. So like Mr. V's can't watch it, all of it. But I will listen to a podcast
that's weird,
for 3 hours.
But
I'd watch Joe Rogan for 3 hours.
But that's what?
I don't get it, man. It's just like,
if you have a bad attention span, surely you should watch the Mr. Beast video, because that's just like done.
I think we're more have it in the background, so I don't watch the podcast like sat here like this, I guess. So like, I guess with Mr. Beast one, if I look away, I've missed like half the video. So you know.
Yeah. I used to do that. I used to have this really weird thing I used to get roasted for at uni. Like whenever I would do an essay, I like had a TV screen on my desk.
Yeah.
I like had the PlayStation brought along.
Yeah.
I used to watch the Harry Potters start to finish on a constant loop.
Bro, it's ADHD, man.
And I did it for 4 years. And it was like, I remember reading something saying like, we all have a bit of a monkey brain that when you're like working on something, like it's in the back going like, focus on something else, do this, pick up your phone, like do this. And if you have something like that, it was like, because I've watched it before, I'm not like, oh, what's about to happen? Like, is he about to die? Is it, what's about to happen? I'm like, I know what's happening, but like my monkey brain is still just watching it going like,
I've recently seen this. There's people on TikTok that will play the same song over and over again. So they'll do essays or whatever, and they'll just have the same song playing on the loop.
Yeah.
I just have Twitch open.
Yeah. Well, that could be
I just have a stream.
But I can't do that because then I'm like, oh, like I'll watch a chess stream. Like that's so nerdy.
You didn't want to say that, did you?
Yeah. I stopped and I was like, should I be like a football stream? But then I'll just be like, he'll be like, oh my God, look at this position. And then I'll just want to turn and focus on it.
Yeah.
So it needs to be something where like I know what's coming next so that I'm never distracted by it.
I watch stuff like Call of Duty or something like that. I watch like a Warzone game where I watch, do you know FIFA Kill? So just really sick player. He basically just wins every game. I know he's going to win. He's going to get whatever. So I can kind of just have it on the background, and it's never really that.
Yeah.
I don't need to watch it because I know I could watch the next game.
Yeah, he's gonna win. Yeah. And then every now and then you can look up for a bit of bonus entertainment. If you're bored, you can just watch for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll watch the final circle close in. Yeah.
So yeah, that's my monkey brain.
Yeah.
How about you?
This guy can't focus on anything.
Yeah, something's wrong with me, man. I just watched. I'll put podcasts on. Yeah, I like podcasts, but I don't know what to do, man.
Here's something I admire, like Reeve for a lot. Like he's really good with this kind of stuff, and he does like daily meditations.
His
and
discipline's
stuff.
he's not a human though.
He's just like so in tune with his like mind, body, and soul. That it's like it's actually impressive.
I think we make him really uncomfortable.
Yeah, we do.
What do you mean?
We call it. We're always like, you're actually like perfect.
Like
you're just a perfect human.
Yeah.
And he doesn't know how to reply to it. Because how do you? No, I'm not.
Yeah.
That just makes it sound like you want more.
Sometimes I feel uncomfortable around Reeve, man. It just makes me feel like shit.
Yeah.
I just look at him, I'm like, oh, I feel like shit, man.
No, I think you should take inspiration from it and just be like, I want to be a bit more like you.
Yeah, but he's so far.
I love hearing him talk about it as well. Like he's so passionate about it. And meditation's one where he's just like, I remember where were we? We went for I think you guys might have been there as well. I think we went to Sticks and Sushi for Harry's birthday like a year ago. And Reeve was the first one there. And we arrived and he was just sat at the table with his eyes closed.
I definitely wasn't there.
He just went and said hi. And he was like, I've got 5 more minutes of my meditation. And we just were just like, fine, and just gave him his space and peace.
Really? He stayed there when everyone was there?
He just took 5 minutes.
He makes me feel like shit.
Yeah, man, fuck that.
Anyone else and you'd be like, you're so weird, stop doing that. Like, if you rocked up and Chris was doing that, you'd be like shaking him. But with Reeve, you're just like, he's too pure. You're just like, you do your meditation.
Yeah. Reeve just he's like a mirror to me of what I would be if I looked after myself and did everything right.
Yeah. Like, you just look at the man. What the hell?
If I was a really good at everything. That's it.
Yeah. After the FPL stream, like the last day, we went to a pub. No, before that stream, sorry, we were at a pub, and I was driving back after the stream to Nottingham, so I was like, don't drink today, do not drink today, do not drink today. Me and Freezy get to the pub, and when I'm saying don't drink, I'm like, if Freezy asks me for a pint, I'll say no. We literally sit down, and I'm like, do you want a pint? So I peer pressure myself, then Reeve gets there, I'm like, you a pint? He's like, nah, not drinking. I'm like, shit, man. I'm like 8 deep now. and I had to book a hotel, stay the day. It's awful, man.
Didn't he do the walk across the desert or something as well?
Reeve?
Was that Reeve?
Yeah, he did do that. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's what he shaved his head for. Right?
Yeah, he walked across a...
Theo was supposed to do that, right? And he got his hip done, so he just didn't...
Yeah, but that's just the kind of thing that it's just a Reeve thing,
Just go and walk across the desert. Probably didn't post about it.
No, he did a video.
I know. Yeah. But no, I was gonna say recently you've been in a few videos that I've been involved with as well. So the Freezy one, which we'll talk about in a second, but also the Sidemen one.
Yeah,
that was it.
Weird hotels. There it is, Baldy.
Oh, Baldy.
I have to call him that because there's something not wrong with him.
Wow.
The mustache.
Stash.
It's not a look, but you know what?
It was November.
Yeah.
But he is allowed.
He's even a charitable guy, man.
Bro, when I see him shave his head every year as well.
Wait, did he do it every year?
He did it for like 3 years in a row, I swear, because he was always live streaming and he'd be playing FIFA. And he's like, oh, if we hit this amount, I'll shave my head. So I'm straight on the stream like, donate.
But yeah, no, what were you saying? Sorry about
Sidemen video, the weird restaurants.
Weird restaurants.
Yes.
Restaurants, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you were on the Karen's team.
Yeah, Karen's Diner.
Yeah.
It was good fun.
Who were you with? You were with?
I was with Chris and Ethan.
Oh, okay, nice.
So it was a good mix. It was, there we go.
How was the Karen-ness?
Pretty tame. Like they were like quite rude, but they don't take things like, I think almost like when I was like, oh, I'm going to be on a Sidemen video, like the guy's banter is so much worse than like what someone who's employed at like a restaurant.
I agree. Yeah.
The stuff like Chris and Ethan were saying to me that probably didn't make it in the thing was just like 10 times worse than anything they were saying. They made us do a bunch of like funny, like awkward stuff, and like it was funny having them yell at you. Like it's a weird dynamic, especially given you don't know them. That's the weird thing. You're like, I don't know this person, and she's like, roasting me for like there. She was like roasting me for having a small dick, and I was like, where does this even come from? I was like, who's giving you this information?
How did you know?
I think that's exactly what I said. I was like,
someone needs to make like an extreme Karen, man, where they're like, you are a fucking piece of shit.
No limits.
Like.
But they said they get some like really nasty customers who will just like
try and outdo them.
Yeah, try and outdo them, but
That
like
sucks.
go like very for what they look.
Yeah.
Like how they look and stuff, and they get people apparently that like just roast them for their looks and weight and stuff, and they're like, you are paying for like this fun experience.
Yeah.
Like, I have to go home and. But yeah, no.
They
Well,
can't
it was
go
good fun.
too hard because when we walked in, they did state a load of rules.
Yeah, I was going to say there are rules about certain things, like there's no body shaming or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
body shaming.
Although, small penis.
That's exactly what they were
True,
saying.
actually.
Yeah, it was
Sue
like
them.
they were like, no body shaming. Then instantly went from that.
Yeah, I would go to a restaurant that had no limits.
Yeah.
They could just say
See what happens.
for the next
Absolutely
hour and a half, you can say anything.
You can't even
Yeah.
post it because it's demonetized.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How bad it
exactly.
is.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Chris and Ethan having, I guess a worse sense of humor. One of my favorite clips of you is in the Christmas Come Down With Me on Chip's channel, where you're talking about like the health issues or something.
Oh God, yeah. Oh my, have you seen that?
Is it where someone laughs?
Yeah.
And then you go.
So I got
you
this.
say-
I got this DNA test, that Circle DNA one, and it basically was like, it was a really rare thing. It was like you've got this thing like 1 in like 16,000 people have it, but like if your partner has this gene as well,
Yes.
they come together, and like all of your kids will be dead by the time they're 5.
He says that.
I'm laughing because of the clip.
Yeah,
not
I know,
because of
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I'm laughing because I know that they burst out
But
laughing.
that's another one. Like even there, like I'm pausing, like waiting for you to laugh. Like it's obviously our sense of humor. And loads of people were messaging me after that, being like, really harsh with the boys to not take that serious. As if I'm sitting there crying. So this extremely rare genetic like carry of this.
Also, it's like the first time you've been around Chip, so it's not the first time you've heard his sense of humor.
Yeah.
You've been around it before.
Oh yeah, exactly.
People who watched sometimes assume that the only bits on camera are when we speak.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
There's so much behind that. I mean, Chip's the worst guy off camera as well, man.
Yeah.
Just, little rodent. But
and what was the other one in there? There was another one in there where, oh yeah, Harry brought it up. This was so awkward because like I told Harry, obviously, like it was one of these like off-camera things, but like we were quite good friends with our neighbours.
yeah.
And they had a cat, and it was like I say in the thing, like they had one of those windows that like you twist the thing, you pull out, and the cat had like unfortunately like had hung itself on the thing like accidentally, and I didn't like want to bring it up. Like I love the neighbours there, like the sweetest people. Like they were so nice to us. Like they'd have us around for like Christmas dinners and stuff like that. And one of the sons who's like like 15 just like messages me with like a clip, a quote from the clip. So I was like, they've seen me talk about this guy, and all of the boys on the video just like laughing at their poor like cat that passed away in like the most tragic circumstances. Oh yeah, he said big time because he was like, did it die? And I just go, yeah, it died big time.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
And he just put big time.
But mate, these videos, even not the Christmas one, the ones that we did for the main series, are my favorite videos, man. I don't know why. It's just, the banter is just so sharp. I couldn't even speak in the first time. It's just everyone was going at each other.
I mean, at a table like where everyone's playing up to the cameras, but the booze does it. Like he did a what's it called, a pub crawl video, and that was obviously quite mad. And then he did a second one on Thursday.
Yeah. I heard
and
of
it just is like Chip. He really he doesn't have limits himself.
No.
And so when he gets drunk and he's in charge of the video, it's ridiculous. Like we rock up hole 1 like 1 p.m. and we do a shot and a double. Next place we do a large glass of wine and we're like, Chip, it's like 2 p.m.
Yeah.
We're already like on the verge
Shot
of like
and a double
not being
on the
able to
first
take.
hole.
Yeah, not being able to take. It was like hole 4 and we were like, I'm genuinely not having any more.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I remember the first one he did it. He asked me to do it, and I was busy, and I was like, you know what? I'm not saying yes to the next one.
Yeah,
it's just like
He messaged me on that first one and was like, I don't think this is your kind of video. You're right.
yeah.
That's- ever since the first Sidemen one, I was like, nah,
Yeah.
can't do this again. And
Well,
especially
yeah.
with Chip.
I was good because I was like, I really enjoyed to do it. I'd love to do this, but then I was like, yeah, it's probably dangerous. Whereas Chip also has like, he has no limits either, like you say. But like also, I feel like sometimes when you're in a shoot, if you have something that will make someone else uncomfortable, sometimes people will not do it. But he will do it. He's
Yeah,
like,
he
I'll
will.
make you do something uncomfortable, you know.
Yeah.
So, but he makes good videos. He actually
Yeah.
does,
They are into, because people love it. Like people love watching people suffer. Like no one
Yeah.
wants to watch everyone be nice and have a good
Yeah.
time, especially like British like followers and viewers. Like
Yeah.
they love people just rinsing each other like as much as possible.
Yeah.
And so that kind of sense of humor just is, it's so good.
So what's your like favorite channel to be on other than your own? Because you're on a lot of Chris's videos.
I do feel like they're all just very similar. Like, you know, the Simon Come Dine With Me one didn't feel that different to doing a shoot day with Chris and Ethan. Like, you know, whether we're kicking a football round or like going to a diner or like doing a chip thing, doing a pub golf, like, because it's all the same sort of people. It's all the same sense of humor. And like, that's what I enjoy. Like, everyone who's watched a ChrisMD video like knows I'm not that good at football. Like he's not bringing me on because I'm going to bang a free kick. Like, you know, he's bringing me on because we're good mates and we have a good laugh together. And like, so I feel like it's all pretty much the same, and the same with the Freezy videos. Like,
I loved it, man.
the video we did the other day.
Yeah.
I was going to say actually it was a bit of a because a lot of the content of us at the tables just chatting got cut. The main focus was on you guys getting electrocuted, which is funny.
Well, so I was saying, when he asked me to do it, he told me it was like obviously an etiquette lesson. But what did he tell you?
Oh, so this actually, so when he first messaged me, he didn't even tell me it was a video. He just goes, hello, mate, getting a few of the boys together to do some etiquette training. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, oh, we're going to learn how to speak confidently, how to talk to girls, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is kind of like a Freezy thing to do. Like get some of the boys just do something a bit weird.
True.
And I was like, he knows that I'm a bit of an awkward bloke. You know, can't really talk. He was like, he's found some of my weaknesses and he's helping a friend out. So I rocked up thinking that it was just going to be me and a few of the guys just like having like a sort of like I don't know how to put it, but like a sort of like Andrew Tate wannabe type guy going like, here's how you talk to women, like, you know, and like this is what you say sort of thing. Okay. And then all of a sudden the cameras were on us and I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then obviously, and we didn't even know that you guys were getting electrocuted. So we came out and Chip just started going like that. And was like,
Nick, when I watched this clip, I died laughing. Like, bunch of idiots, man. It's just such a bunch of DJs, man. But yeah, no.
You got a lot of love on that video. You were looking good in that.
I don't know why. I lost a bit of weight.
Looking good in that fit.
I need to watch this still.
When I arrived, Freezy was like, bro.
Oh, you lost weight as well recently.
Yeah, but he was like, you look jacked in this t-shirt. Go to the start, Nick. Freezy's like, you look jacked in this, and then the comments were saying the same. So I guess,
mate. All the comments say, there was a lot of love for you on that.
Is that okay, sir? I need to buy some more, man. Yeah, so we went etiquette training.
Bro, look at that, bro. How fucking good.
How fucking good is
Freezy, look.
YouTube commented.
Yeah, go up. Arthur's friend. Yeah, because Freezy kept saying about George.
Yeah, he kept calling George Arthur's friend.
Yeah, so we do the etiquette training and she teaches us. Then we go to Hyde Park for some reason, do an obstacle course with a plate of food in our hand to decide which of you we choose. So there's Callux, Max, Farsh, Arthur, and then George, Arthur's friend. And I was like, I got Chip chose you. Actually, you fucked me over, man, because you voted Chip 1,000,000 out of 10.
Yeah,
and I would have won without that.
Well, I didn't fuck you. He did a good job.
Well, we get 1,000,000 out of 10.
Wait, what did you get rated?
It's not even on the scale.
Well, I got 10 out of 10.
To be fair, he whispered on my ear and was like, "You're the reason you got AirPods," because we all got gifts. I got AirPods, and the other boys got vodka and a kid's
mine was
toy.
a Grey Goose, actual Grey Goose bottle. That's pretty sick.
I'd rather the AirPods.
I'd rather AirPods.
Because I'm an alcoholic.
So he was like nice to me, and so I was like, this is my boy Chip.
Well, because she gave me 10 out of 10. And the scores aggregate together.
Oh, so you only got 20. So you scored like 0.what% of Chip's score.
I got maximum. But
Yeah.
for some reason, Theo he kept saying, "Oh, I've got heart problems."
One thing that did. So this was another thing as well. Everyone thought that he had like 3 times the shock.
No,
he was getting shocked the same as everyone else.
Right,
but
he had 30. I had 7. His was 30 power. Mine was 70 power.
You were getting shocked more than him.
They may be 70.
To be fair, it is a thing I do love about Theo. Like he's one of those people that like acts along and makes himself the butt of jokes to make other jokes funnier.
He's amazing,
and it's just it's always, he makes videos so much funnier because he just gives you material to work from.
Well, that's why when they did the Sidemen rank YouTubers, obviously the favorites for funniest was like Chip and Theo. But obviously they've got very different humor. You know, off camera, Chip's probably funnier, but on camera, Theo knows how to be the joke.
Like then, like if he was like acting hard and pretending like it wasn't shocking him and just going, it would be so
really
boring to
boring,
watch. But him like spilling stuff, that was one thing I was surprised at, that you guys didn't spill anything on us. No one got shocked when they were pouring the drinks or serving the food.
I think because
I was fully expecting like my entire roast dinner to just be on my face.
I think the first thing was because we knew that we didn't have any more food, so we were like, let's just not spill the like whatever it is. And then after that, it was like she would tell us. I can't believe you caught that.
I know,
she would tell us when we had to shock. So we.
I was gonna say who was shocking.
So we shock, but she tells us when. So she's an etiquette teacher, so she will tell when.
So did you get shocked if you do something wrong?
Wrong, yeah,
Okay.
not just for fun, you know.
I thought it was like a wait till he's like carrying something and then shock him.
Yeah, see, that's what I was
we probably
expecting, and
would
it
have
just
done,
never
you know,
happened.
If we, yeah.
But they're like, all of these videos are just always so fun to go along to.
Yeah. I just go for the fun, man. I don't care about the.
Actually, the one time I don't know how much I enjoyed it was Chip's dark video.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah, I watched that.
The 48 hours, 50 hours in the dark, like that was like mentally very difficult.
Really?
Like
Well,
being
I guess,
entirely on your own.
Yeah.
And in pretty much near black. Like it's really annoying because the cameras have like infrared bulbs, so it looks like they're just black and whiting. Like there's loads of shadows, and it looks like, see the massive shadow on my hand.
Wow.
It looks like that there's a bright light and they've just put a green filter on it.
Yeah.
But it's because there's like a bulb shining the infrared light, and then it's catching that, and obviously there's the shadows. So I think a lot of people might have, well, in the comments at least, were just kind of going like, it obviously wasn't pitch black. Like we can see all the shadows, which is a shame because like it literally was like, you could barely see a thing. The only light we had was the little red lights from the cameras, and that was it. Like he had taped. He had. You watched that, didn't you? The top comment is like, "Can't wait to watch this on Simon's."
Oh.
that's actually an interesting one. In the same way, you're probably curious about like the copyright. So like, say Chip does a video like this, and then you watch it on your second channel. Do you ask them first, or is that like a?
I don't, but I always wait. Like, so if he releases a video today, I'll wait a couple days, react to it on stream, and then I'll wait a few more days.
Oh,
and then
okay. So
upload
you
it.
give it time to hit the peak. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I also like, I like to think anyway that I change it a lot in terms of like, I don't just sit and go play. Oh, this is
I see.
funny.
There's
this
a lot
is
of
funny.
it's transformative as well.
Like
Okay,
a lot of
say
people,
something.
admittedly, like I do watch the whole video, but a lot of people in my chat literally go like, "Stop fucking pausing it." And I'm like, well, no, I'm pausing
Yeah,
it so
you're
that
not
it's
here-
not
yeah.
just the video.
Also,
Otherwise-
you'll do more of like, say like I know Beta Squad, they enjoy it when you react to it. So
Yeah.
that'll encourage you more. I know Chip loves it when you react to it as well. So
Yeah.
it's like you'll do more of that, you know. And then in terms of like Mr. Beast, like, you know, anyone can do that.
Yeah, some people have said like, "Oh, can you not react to my stuff anymore?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, calm.
Oh,
Yeah. Like I got
Yeah,
one
that's
from
fair.
when Vic did one.
Oh,
He did his house tour,
yeah.
and he was like, he put in the chat.
I know he
like,
put it in chat. He's like, no one react to this.
Yeah, he said no one react to my house tour, by the way. And then he private messaged me as well and said, "Don't react to it."
it's just
Just
I
me.
thought you needed the extra
just in
nudges.
case you didn't catch that. So then I never did it. And then I think it was like 3 weeks later, I think it was Harry reacted to it on stream.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, what's happening here then?
Harry just is so the type of guy that just seems to get away with just
Yeah.
literally everything.
Well,
Brand-
literally
Brand
like 3 days
Deal's
after
as
that,
well.
I went, well, I'm reacting to
Yeah,
this.
and did you?
I did it I think I did it like 6 months later or something like that.
Yeah. Well, he does also. I love his second channel like integrations because it's at the start.
Harry.
Yeah, he just starts a video. By the way, guys, today's video is sponsored by.
Yeah.
I actually did a little podcast with a guy called Mulvey. He's got this like podcast called Not Bothered.
Is it in a park?
It's in a
Is
park.
that the one?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
so
yeah.
me and Randy have both had this come up on our TikTok.
Like loads.
Really?
A lot.
I've had like 12 episodes or 12 shorts.
It's probably because you watched one and was
Yeah,
like, it's
I know.
Arthur and I watched it to the end.
good.
Because I think most of the clips have like 300 views. Like there's the occasional one with like,
I've seen like I was gonna say I've seen all of it.
there's a couple with like a couple 100K because he'll cut it and yeah,
long
there
is
you go.
An hour and
Hour
18.
18.
I reckon I've seen about 20 to 30
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. But you speak well in it and you make some good points as well.
Thank
I'm
you, I
actually like
appreciate it.
learning from it.
Yeah. But yeah, no, great venue. So his thing is like he does his podcast in weird places.
Mm-hmm.
So he did one. I don't know if you know Kurt Kaz. He's like a travel vlogger. Look at this guy. Search up Kurt Kaz. Like he literally bangs like tens of millions of views. Like
Really?
you might have seen clips of him on TikTok.
Yeah.
He's like big hard South African guy, and he'll go into like the roughest places in like South Africa, Colombia. Like go on his thing and like go most viewed, and he'll like go to people who are like threatening to kill him.
Is this you guy you talk about, John?
Yeah,
you watch this guy?
this is one of them. Yeah, there's a bunch of guys. There's Bald and Bankrupt as well as another guy.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Mad.
And people just love his stuff because he literally just like his life is on the line in half of his videos. Like he's literally there with like cartel members that are like that will be like, okay, you come here with cameras, you've got money, give us 10 grand or we're gonna behead you type things. Like seriously scary.
What does he do?
Gives them 10 grand.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's banging like
Pay to
millions
play,
and
man.
millions. He probably pays. I think sometimes he doesn't, but he's like he's quite an intimidating character himself. But he did the first podcast with that guy, just them
Right.
two on beaches.
Yeah.
They were literally just on a beach, like great view. And the last one, which isn't out yet, he did up a tree with a guy.
Oh wow.
So that's his kind of thing. And yeah,
Wow.
and he was like, "Can I just do this with you?"
Yeah, sick.
Yeah, his first couple of videos were getting like hundreds of thousands of views. But he's been like a long time viewer of me, like since
Nice.
pre-face reveal.
Yeah.
Always like been very nice and stuff. Like dropped me a load of messages, and we've chatted before. So I was like, yeah, I'd be happy to come on. And just same sort of thing. Just wanted to sort of like have a little chat. And
yeah. I saw one of the most controversial things in that video though was the socks, right?
the socks.
Yeah, I swear you had like.
Fuck's sake.
You're wearing
What?
odd-
I bet. Oh,
odd
no, I'm not-
socks?
No, it was one night.
I was wearing one night,
Yeah.
one Adidas.
What are you wearing right now?
Adidas.
One Adidas.
Adidas. Okay.
Oh
weirdo.
no!
Are they different Adidas though?
No.
Just
Are
folded
they?
differently.
No, okay, yeah,
No,
that's
they're the same.
folded.
Wait,
I was probably in a rush. I think
Yeah,
I
I know.
literally just got back from a holiday, and it was sort of like I had like three individual socks
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were clean, and none of them
took
were
them. Yeah.
pairs. But oh, there you go. A couple of
Let's
nice
go.
comments.
No, it's a good. I mean, from what I saw on my end, good.
Yeah.
Good clips.
Because he gives a lot of advice to like up and coming YouTubers and like
Yeah.
stuff like that on his
I
channel.
might
So,
watch some more, man. Get some tips.
so I
Go
was-
to the channel again, Nick. The Quirk Kaz. I saw a video for Toby, man. Go down on the left.
Is it
But-
because it
but-
said Colombian women?
But
Yeah.
Mulvey was literally,
Yeah.
he was like, so I think the guy who did the podcast
Yeah.
is his like channel manager and get some brand deals and stuff.
Oh wow.
And he was like, please feel free to react to as much of this as you want. Like, Kurt would be more than happy for you to.
Perfect.
And this guy bangs shorts, and he said he's gone from like couple 100K to like couple mil, like,
Mad.
or at least a mil and a bit
Mad.
so quickly.
Yeah,
Mad.
it's always sick to like. I think I would like live in a bubble a little bit in like the UK, like YouTube, FIFA kind of scene. So it's sick to see people just like. Well, I mean, now YouTube's so mainstream that people do anything, but
Yeah.
it's always nice when someone does something that's not necessarily like meta, and then they turn
Yeah.
it into the thing and grow and grow and grow.
It came up because I think he did going to Pakistan like Chip did.
Yeah,
And I don't know if you know, I was supposed to be on that one as well.
really.
And so the guy, the channel manager, was like, I've just got back from there a month ago, and I've been going to the toilet every hour
okay.
non-stop for the last month.
Yeah.
And then I asked my dad, actually, and there's one more funny one, but I asked my dad, and he went on a cricket tour there when he was at uni, and one of his mates had such a dodgy meal that he's got one of those like bags that sits
No
outside your stomach
way.
and has a hole through it. And he was like,
God.
and so I asked a bunch of travel vloggers, and I've got a friend from Pakistan as well, and he was like, just make sure you eat everything that's sealed or like thoroughly well cooked. And then literally like I was really I was sending Chip loads of messages like, mate, I'm really not sure about this. This
Yeah,
sounds really
yeah.
dodgy.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't
Yeah.
worry, man, we've got a tour guide who'll help us. I was like, I really don't know. And like the government website was like, there's been an earthquake recently, so be careful of flash floods. And we're also, this is quite dark. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this. No, but the UK government was like, we're expecting a terrorist attack.
Oh, mad.
And I was like, Chip, I'm getting so much anxiety about this. And he did the video, and he came back, and on the Monday, the terrorist attack happened, and like hundreds of people died.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, this is the exact same thing I was scared of.
Yeah.
But I went for dinner with Harry a couple of days before I was like due to leave.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh, how are you going to Pakistan? He was like, do you know how many planes crash landing
Bro,
there?
never talk to Harry about a trip.
Bro, he was like showing me videos of like planes that were going down, and he was like, "There's a good chance," and I was like, "This is the final straw."
Yeah, so everything that could go wrong was like, it was not one thing. It was like
there were too many things
Yeah.
piling up, and I was like, the health, I was like, it was too much. So I decided not to go.
Yeah, fair
but
enough.
I kind of regret not going. You know, I've got.
He made a good video.
He made a great video. Like
Bang,
the
bang as well.
locals were lovely to him. Like he obviously is fine. Like health wise from it. Like
yeah.
I think obviously a bit of it's probably ignorance from my side, just going like, you know, it's an unknown and being scared of it. So I've got some regrets not going, but I think we're going to a similar sort of place this summer to do a similar one. So
I've heard this.
I'm going to try and not. No spoilers. Obviously, he wouldn't want me to leak anymore. But I think I'll go and just see what happens.
Bro, every time we go anywhere, Harry whatever, like, we got a private jet to Ibiza, and he's like, "Oh, this plane. Oh, this is the statistics of
That's
like
the thing.
crashes."
He finds the models of the planes and then
checks,
says and checks the thing.
And he'll watch it on the flight as well. On the flight, he'll watch like downloaded videos of like plane crashes.
Yeah, and he was like, "What airline are you with?" And I was like, "This one." He was like, "Look at this 2018 video of this plane," and it's literally just like going up like that. And just
But he's terrified of flying.
Yeah, well,
like whenever it's like a small
watches
plane, he's like, "Oh no, I'm not going on that unless it's a little bit bigger or whatever." And
I think he watches it to like give him the information, so at least he knows the risk on there.
Maybe it's a
to
bit of
not
a
be
misery
terrified.
loves company thing where he's just like, if everyone else is scared on the flight with me, like it makes me feel a bit better.
This is an advertisement from BetterHelp.
If you guys are struggling or wanting to talk to someone, then BetterHelp is definitely the place to go. You can meet with people on the phone, or you can do video calls, or you can do just text calls if you need to. So sometimes it's nice to be able to get that, thought or feeling you have out there into someone else, who can help you with it.
Sometimes in life we're faced with tough choices and the path forward isn't always clear.
Sometimes you have an idea of what you want to do, but you're not sure if that definitely is the right idea. Or again, you just want feedback and someone who's not going to judge you on it. So it's not someone that's in your family or someone who's going to have preconceived notions of you. So you can just say what you want and they'll just lead you through it essentially.
And whether you're dealing with decisions around career, relationships, or anything else, therapy helps you stay connected to what you really want while you navigate life, so you can move forward with confidence and excitement.
Trusting yourself to make decisions that align with your values is like anything. The more you practice it, the easier it gets.
So with over 1,000 therapists in the UK already, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a wide variety of expertise in mental health.
And our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/whatsgood.
That's betterhelp.com/whatsgood.
Let's go.
Well, speaking of taking like opportunities and stuff, you did Locked In a while ago.
Yeah, I did.
How was that? Because I've always thought that's like it seems like such an obvious idea now it's done, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, how long ago did you go on this? It's like 2 years, right?
Yeah,
it wasn't the last
2 years.
season. It was the season before, right?
Yeah, so season 3 was the one that just came out, and I was on season 2. No, it was really good fun. Like, I think some of the people that I met in there are now like friends for life, like, especially Joke Man. Like, Joke Man's one of my best mates now. Like, we hang out. Oh my god, that was an interesting roast battle. But yeah, no, it was a weird experience. The whole not knowing what's going on in the outside world was weird. Like, I think you constantly have fears that like your nan will have died and like, you'll come back and that,
Oh, true, actually,
because you don't get world news.
Right.
I'm sure it was a World War III is on the horizon type thing.
Yeah, it was.
We were going in there as well.
Yeah.
And it was like, what if you come out and just, there's not been no contact, just like everything's been nuked.
Yeah.
So how long? It was 1 week, 2 weeks?
2 weeks,
2 weeks.
14 days of like...
literally nothing.
Literally no contact with the outside world. Everyone sleeping in the same room. It's pretty intense.
I kind of panic a little bit when I put my phone on Do Not Disturb for like 5-6 hours. Like what I'm going to get back to.
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning like, fuck, what's happening?
It was really nice. I'm really disappointed I couldn't keep it up because like when I came out, I was like, after a few days when you lose that feeling of anxiety, you just kind of forget about it. And for ages when we came out, we were like just not really checking our phones.
Nice.
But you just fall back into the habit so easily. But no, some of the worst things was like we were all so ill by the end. Like there was dust everywhere. That we were all in the exact same room, and like so, I think one person might have brought one illness in, and it just meant we all had it.
Yeah.
It turns out like we didn't get clocks either, so we had no idea what time it was. So we didn't know when we were going to bed or when we were waking up. And at the end, they told us, you guys are going to bed at like 5-6 a.m. and waking up at like 8 a.m. Like we were running on so little sleep. You just thought that jarring feeling was just the bright lights.
Wait, so you didn't even know how long you were sleeping? So
we had no idea.
Well, you have no concept.
Yeah,
of
we
time.
have no concept of time.
I get that, but like, I don't know.
All you would know is I'm a bit tired.
Yeah.
That's so
But you just think you're tired because it's just like it's a yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they should at least let you know like how long you've all slept for. That'd be nice.
Yeah, but I think that's part like it's another one where they kind of like people don't want to see a bunch of people hanging out that are well slept, that are having a good time.
Okay,
like they want there to be drama and divisiveness. It's
true.
like a mini Love Island. Like, you know, in Love Island, like they'll put two people who hate each other and be like, you need to have a conversation about what just happened.
Yeah.
You
The
know,
less
because
sleep
it's
you have, the
entertaining.
more agitated you get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
True.
If I have a little sleep and you say something that normally I'd be okay with,
Yeah.
I'm going at you.
Yeah. Well, I see on Love Island, everyone wears like sunglasses as soon as they wake up.
Yeah, because the light's so bright. Yeah, exactly.
Did you get told who else was going to be in there before you went in?
Yeah, the whole like lineup and stuff was leaked, and I didn't know anyone, which was kind of nice, I guess, because it was just meant like, you know, starting from a clean slate with everyone. But
True.
Yeah, I feel like if you go in knowing one person, you're just going to spend the whole time with that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you might
yeah.
become better friends, but you're not making.
And like I was so different to everyone else. Like all the guys were much more like, you know, road many type guys.
Yeah.
And I was just so clearly stuck out. But it was fine because they were all just such nice people. Like they sort of took me under their wing. I mean, I don't know if you ever, I got roasted so much for it since, but the joke man on episode 3 put me in a do-rag.
Yeah. I was literally about to say, didn't you wear a do-rag?
And it just became a bit of a thing. And like the number of times they'd like, I don't know whether I've never actually watched the whole thing back, so I don't know whether they made it look like I kept asking.
Yeah.
Or like, but they were going like, all right, do-rag time, joke man, like come put one on Arthur. So no, look, for fuck's sake. See, and he's like the coolest guy as well, joke man, like literally like the sweetest boy. And so he just spent the whole time trying to get me in on like Jamaican culture.
Yeah.
Like he, you know, it's all he's ever known, and he just wants to share it with the world. So
you watched this is season 2. Chip was the season 3 one.
Yeah.
Right? Which one did you watch? Like all of it? I know you watched a lot of these.
I feel like I watched all of them.
oh, did you watch season 2 as well?
Yeah.
Well, I know. When you were first in this, we were like, "Oh, we should get one on a podcast." So that's how bad we are asking people.
Really, it was that long
now
ago?
is when you're on here. Yeah.
Who else was on this series? Yeah, no, I just watched it. E-Man.
Anastasia Kingsnorth?
E-Man on
No,
it?
E-Man's season 1.
So I watched season 1.
Who else was season
but
1?
LDN was on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched
Jamie.
this. And then who was on season 3?
Chip, Max Kadar.
I didn't watch that.
Okay. Yeah.
Didn't watch that series, but I saw hundreds of TikToks.
Clips, yeah.
I saw like every.
Oh yeah, the whole thing was so when we were going in, it was just about the start of the TikTok boom,
Right.
like 2021 era, and so like a lot of stuff was getting put there, but like the whole show was essentially put on from season 3. I mean, that happens now with like everything, doesn't it? Like
Yeah.
the number of times I see like this podcast, Side Plus stuff like come up, like Sidemen videos, like. And it's a lawless land on TikTok, isn't it? Like copyright just isn't a thing.
Well, half
like,
the clips are not even us. I see probably like more other clips of us.
That's what he said.
Clips.
That's what he said.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. As in
Yeah.
like it's other people just like, I mean, we were talking about like people upload full movies
Yeah.
to the thing, and like there's just no repercussions on YouTube. Like you'll get the content system like auto checking it and taking it down and hiding it or whatever.
Yeah.
But on TikTok, like no one is in charge. Like anything can go up.
I think TikTok pushed that as well because they know that like there'll be a point at some point where they have to stop doing that. But like for now, it's like the Wild West, so they can grow their user base and then at some point kick it off. You know, I mean, even on YouTube, you used to be able to do things on YouTube, you know, that you can't do anymore. Oh, GK Barrett, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I didn't watch this
Kate
series,
Elizabeth.
but
Nightscape, oh yeah.
I didn't watch it, but yeah, as I said, TikTok.
Yeah.
It is a funny one though, because obviously like, people do make their mind up. It's a bit like the Love Island stuff. Like, I don't know if you ever hear the Love Island people come out and like there'll be people who everyone's like, why does no one like this person in the villa? Like everyone seems so mean to them, and like everyone at home's like, oh, they're all so mean to them, and no one wants to be friends with them, but they're so sweet. And then you always find out like 3 months down the line that like secretly they said something that was so horrendous that it had to be cut off the show.
True.
And it's like, but people make their minds up based on what they see, and I don't think it's always necessarily like what's actually going on, if that makes sense.
How did like cleaning and food work?
We had to clean ourselves, I think. How did that work?
Because you know, like
was
Love
there any
Island,
like, proper cleaner at some
they go
point?
out of the villa on like a Sunday,
Oh wow.
and they go out the villa. They get cleaned.
Okay.
We didn't get any sort of like time out the villa.
No.
We definitely were doing all the like dishwashers and dishes
Would you
and
cook?
stuff.
And then you'd cook your own
We'd
food.
cook
Or?
breakfast and food in between, but they had a chef that was doing sort of like bulk meals, like almost like kids' school meals. But that was one of the other things. Like it was awful. Like some days we'd rock up and we'd get this like polystyrene box of like watery lentil dal curry, just the liquid, nothing else. No rice, no potatoes, and we were just awful. And Joke Man every day would just be like, he was like, get me Caribbean food, please. Just like, I'll pay you whatever it takes. Just go get me some chicken rice, and I would be so much happier. And we were like, and then certain people were like, I can't eat this. Like, bring me something special. And we were like, I would rather have that like vegan burger. And then by the end, the chef was just like, tell me what you want and I'll make it. And we would like literally just give us chicken and rice and burgers for the rest of the thing. Because it was
I think it's a good concept. So because it's basically Big Brother, innit? So but with like a YouTube twist. So things like I'm a Celebrity. Like I'm surprised no one's done that yet for YouTubers. Do it for a week. Yeah,
that's true. I mean, the budget is crazy. Like I doubt they make it back on the views, like renting a big house, like all the equipment, all the people monitoring. Like they have like a shed of like editors, because obviously like because it's 24 around the clock. Like they need people to just like pull the files and just be editing. And it's like a, you know, The Social Network when like Facebook's starting up and it's just a bunch of guys just at their computers. It literally looks like a scene from that. So I think if a YouTuber wanted to do it, probably wouldn't be even profitable.
You have to get,
there's like a brand.
You have to get every top YouTuber involved.
Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast could do something like that.
And you have to get like, you know, Logan Paul-esque people in there, big sponsors. But then also they'll just do it on like, nah, not for you. I'll do it myself.
And like, how many big YouTubers want to put themselves through that? Like I at the time I was like kind of like a bit of an unknown. People didn't really know who I was as a person. I was like, this is like, it's gonna suck and I'm not gonna be able to make content for 2 weeks. But on the upside, like people kind of get to know me a bit better and stuff like that. Whereas for you, you'll be like, everyone knows who I am. You don't have to agree to this, but you'll be like, I don't know if it's worth suffering for 2 weeks to go on the show. Like maybe Mr. Beast could chuck in a bunch of extra money, but like
I guess Mr. Beast is like the platform that realistically, as much as anyone can know anyone, if you're on Mr. Beast channel, more people are knowing about you.
Yeah, that's so true.
They asked me to go on the Locked In.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you're gonna be like, Mr. Beast asked you to be on on the ferry.
Mr. Beast, no, I was like, it was just as Pokemon was like blowing up. So it was for me, I was like, I can't stop making content for 2 weeks, because I was like every day at that point. They was like, oh, how much? And I was like, I don't really care. But if you wanted to do it, how much? I was like, I just didn't say anything. I should have said a number just to find out. At least, and then said no. But to this day,
find out your worth.
Now I'm like, guys, can I come back, please, man?
Well, they're definitely doing another season, so you can always float it by them.
Yeah. We'll see. But no, would you do anything like that? I know, obviously, like
would you do any of them? Like even
you do like the shows.
I know, and I actually love to. It is just 2 weeks. I don't go on holiday for 2 weeks.
Yeah, you don't.
It's a long time.
That's what when I kind of like was doing my videos, I was always shocked how you guys don't go anywhere for more than a week. I would go on holidays 2 weeks all the time. Yeah, but now I know, because you get back and you're like, you forgot how to make YouTube videos. Everything's gone. You know, like the momentum's gone. I'm like, my mum was saying, by the way, after your wedding, she was like, Simon's posted a video every single day during like, and I was like, yeah. She was like, how early did you have to film to get all those ahead? I was like 4 weeks. I was like, on it, you know. She was like, he's really good, you know. I was like, all right, mum, fucking hell. Just tell me I'm a failure, man.
My dad does that with Chris.
Really?
My dad's a big like football fan. 100% never watches my videos about like reality TV relationships, but will be like, God, have you seen the new ChrisMD video? Has never once complimented me on one of mine.
That's jokes, man.
And the one time like we did that like famous, like recreating famous goals. Yeah. And like I scored the Ronaldo free kick from miles out, so I sent it to him and I was like, Dad, look at this. And he was like, his only response was, didn't get a lot of power on it though, did you? And I was like, so Dad, tell me you're proud of me once, please. That's all I need.
Please. I saw it recently. You guys have been doing a lot of like the not group channel stuff, but like reacting together. Yeah. How's that been going?
Pretty good. Yeah. We like I think everyone's like not wanting it to become like a necessary like a named group. I mean, like people obviously like on the internet, there's like a couple of like names for like the group of us and stuff. But I mean, like it makes sense. Like if like me and George like have very similar senses of humor. Like obviously that's why he's doing Chris's videos with him as well. Like on the like, you know, we're quite similar people. And obviously we'll kind of do like commentary stuff. So it just kind of made sense. I think Alex just kind of went one day like, let's do it. You know, he did the E-Boys and it did quite well. And then obviously like group stuff just does do quite well.
But I feel like you're right that when it becomes an actual group or a name, there's more expectations there, and it changes the
You
vibe.
have to do it.
Yeah, I think like the way you guys do it now, it seems to work pretty well.
Yeah.
Just rotate around.
And I think like 5 or 6 people is like, it's quite a heavy amount of people to like get like try and organize schedules and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure you can imagine. So
yeah,
I think it went well like right at the start, but like getting everyone when they were hyped. But like now I think everyone's just like, okay, we've kind of had that big boom.
yeah.
Like we'll still make videos and stuff together, because reaction videos are better as well when it's not just you. Like
Yeah.
I
don't
agree
know about
fully.
you.
100%.
the money I would give to be able to have like a like KSI's like natural laugh, or like
Yeah,
Ethan's,
yeah.
where you can watch something and just be like ha 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 ha. And like sometimes I'll watch a clip of them like laughing at stuff and I'll just laugh because they're just laughing.
Yeah.
Whereas with me, I'm like,
I hate watching his Reddit videos, man, because it just makes you think. Like
so easy, but
his Reddit is actually really good anyway.
Yeah.
Like, the content is good.
True.
But he just looks at something and laughs.
Mate,
And
it makes it so much more enjoyable.
Yeah.
I can't naturally laugh at stuff. Like I just don't like, if I find something funny,
Yeah.
I just kind of like exhale and like I'll watch it back on a Reacts video if I'm by
Classic.
myself. Yeah, yeah.
You know, I realized as well, right? I'm watching his video, and I think what adds to his videos is it takes him so long to read the titles.
yeah, he reads it like a child.
Yeah, so like for me, I will go on Reddit and I'll see the meme and the title together. Like I've seen it. He goes like da 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 da. I'm like, bro, how are you not looking down, man? He's good at it, man.
Yeah.
He's really good at
It
it.
would just make that reaction stuff so easy, because I did a reaction video solo the other day and I was watching it back and I was like, man, this is I'm gonna need some like serious background music
Yeah.
here, and I need it like rapidly chopped up.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, that's, you know, you pay good editors. Like I've sent it to a few editors and some of them come back and they can take the driest thing
yeah.
and make it entertaining. But I don't really watch much YouTube, but I always used to watch a lot of PewDiePie's videos.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's the same, to be fair. He doesn't really laugh out loud at stuff. So I was like, you know, fucking like,
do it,
try and
for
like
sure,
do it.
for sure.
It can be done.
I think as long as you be yourself, like it's what makes it authentic to the viewer, and also less likely for you to burn out anyway. Like, if you do
Yeah.
something you don't enjoy after a while, or if you're hyping yourself up too much, it's hard to keep it going.
Yeah.
Like
Trying to be
when I was doing reactions, I had to like drink a prime energy before it, and then do like 3 or 4 videos
Pre-workout,
before it runs
basically,
out.
for a-
Yeah, And then
for a
my
Reacts
attention
video.
span's so shit.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I can't watch like. Sometimes I'll do unusual memes. Have you seen that one where it's just literally TikTok videos like this, non-stop.
Oh,
They're like
yeah.
4-second clips and they don't stop.
Yeah, even those I get
How
to
do you
like.
react to that?
You don't.
I just laugh.
You,
just
you
watch
literally just press play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
When I was like researching I was looking for like other people who had done reaction stuff, where I was like, who can I see who's similar to me that's like doing well? And I watched one of XQC's, and it's no joke, a 10-minute video taken from his stream on his main channel with so many views. And he could have a PNG of his face there and it would not be a different video. Like he is literally just deadpan staring at this
Yeah,
thing. And
yeah.
I've seen a YouTuber who actually has, I don't want to name them, but they've done a video once where they reacted and they didn't have the video. Like they're clearly not reacting to that video.
Oh,
They've done generic reactions
No way.
and they've used it in like 3 videos.
That's crazy.
And then they just put different clips in it.
that is crazy. Yeah, XQC is also like he's just interesting guy. That's what he's
I love
just an
watching
interesting
his-
guy. Me
yeah.
too. Like, and then people try and copy that style. I'm like, it's not his style that works. It's he
him.
works.
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
just unreal. You see that clip of him talking about Riot Games? He's talking about Valorant. And I'm not gonna repeat it because I can't do it. But he was talking about how like they start off with like the agents that are like, you know, one flash, and next minute, can we play? We can't play audio, can we?
I'll have to meet you guys.
Okay, bless. That's not good. But anyway, he's just like he just goes like you know, now they're creating characters that can like you know, go through walls, download the game, create a new universe. But the way he does it is just unreal. But obviously when I explain it, it's just awful.
It's his accent.
So.
His accent
yeah,
is
it's-
just...
yeah. Have you seen him? He's been on the stream with like Madison Beer recently.
Yeah.
Like, talking about stuff, and just the way he stumbles over his words. There was like a TikTok that came up of him, like, 'cause obviously English isn't his native language as well.
Yeah.
Of like him like saying things that like are the completely wrong things. And
Yeah.
like a cheetah will come up on screen and be like,
Cheeto, yeah, I love that.
It cracks me up
That's
every
my favorite
fucking
one.
time.
Yeah, he's not trying either. He's, not,
Yeah.
he's just being him because he's from Quebec, so it's like XQC. XQC is ex Quebec.
Yeah,
and
so-
there's a girl now who does like a lot of content streaming too, and everyone keeps saying, "Oh, you're just trying to copy XQC." She's like, "Nah, I'm from Quebec. This is my accent.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is me as well." Because her name's something like something QC as well. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're copying." I think they did a video together, you know.
Yeah,
But,
yeah, because he's got the weird like Swedish,
yeah.
whatever
It's
Scandinavian he is,
French, right?
and then French
Oh,
Canada,
okay, yeah.
and then
You see where he
the
plays
English
with
Americanization.
Kai?
Yeah.
He plays with Kai and he's like, what's your favourite Pokemon?
Yes.
And Kai says like, I think he says
says
like
Charizard.
Charizard. And he says, that's not unique. That's basic or something like that.
Yeah.
But his accent makes it sound like the N word.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, what did you say? He goes like, what? What? What?
That's the when he gets really angry as well. There was one where, did you see the one where it was like a TikTok and it was like, he was like supposed to like pronounce words and he was going like, you know, like esophagus.
Yeah.
And then one was like, say Tuesday and he goes, Tuesday. And the guy goes, Tuesday. And he's like, what? What's this guy's problem, man? And it's like he's talking to her. He's just so
And
funny.
he streams like 19 hours a day and his channels are just like 12 videos a day, just clipped up.
Yeah.
It's just,
To be fair, you can't keep any kind of energy up. Like, you can't expect him for 10 minutes straight when he's reacting to TikToks to just constantly be talking. Like, I don't know how people do that all day, every day.
In his channel, of course, it's just people upload it for him, you know, and he'll just hire people to do that.
Minions on the background.
Yeah,
I mean, now he's got 100 mil, so he doesn't. I don't think he cares.
Jeez.
Imagine giving that guy 100 mil, man.
Would you guys take a kick deal?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, of course.
Depends
No loyalty, man.
all depends on the money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would, man. I think like, but I think
Would you?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay. Just checking. The fact you asked, man. You know.
The tough part is they'll see like someone like, I think the hard part is they'll see big creators get these deals, and then everyone think the smaller streamers will think, oh, I'll just go and start on quick kick, then it's that easy, but then they have to realize they have to start their audience again.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say on TikTok, you actually make a lot of TikToks, right? Or at one point, I know I on my feed I just see you doing like facts.
There was
and
a
stuff.
time when I was just doing like daily TikToks. Like I got like my editor. I just decided to take him full time.
Yeah.
Because I don't make that much content. Like a lot of the times he's like making TikTok clips or like help script writing and stuff.
Sick,
and so a lot of the time I'm just like make a TikTok every day.
Yeah.
And then so like I go through phases of it. Like I wish I was like more organized. But some days I'll go for it.
You know ones I always used to see. I think they were banging for you. It's like the who makes you smile like that or something.
Oh my god! I got so cooked for that as well.
Really?
So that was so cringe.
Or your friends.
Yeah, just because I
haven't
kind of
seen
do
this.
like a.
Pull one up. Sorry to put you on blast, but they were banging though, right? They were doing TikTok. Just put ArthurTV TikTok.
If you go on my TikTok, it's like one of the 2 or 3 pins. So I'm not that ashamed of it.
Yeah.
But it just is. It's actually.
Who got you smiling like
it's so
that?
cringe. It was a trend.
It was.
Oh, is it not pinned?
Maybe not on web.
I was gonna say web, but I don't think it has.
It's probably too far down. If you type in like ArthurTV, who got you smiling like
Please
that?
bang, man. You bang on TikTok. Who got you smiling like that? It was just you, like at the start, right?
Yeah, just like you. And it was
These are?
there.
These.
Oh, no, there you go.
Is it playing?
Oh man, I hate this so much. That's literally the trend.
But I used to get these all the time, man.
Oh, cute dog. And it was literally like they were just doing. I mean, that one got 15 mil views.
Yeah.
And it was literally just like the sound is like, man, who got you smiling like that? And you just put a clip of like something that made you smile.
Yeah.
And it was.
I don't know what's happening.
Would you redo the clips or would you do? Was it the same one every time?
No, I'd
Okay,
redo
nice.
the clips. Yeah,
Yeah,
I wouldn't
new
just
outfits
new outfits and stuff. But man, those old TikToks, every time I get tagged in them sometimes, I'm like, this is so cringe.
Nah, you got to go through it, man. You got to go through
I
it.
feel like when it bangs, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Like-
less.
so true.
If that had like 5 views, that would be
Yes,
so
yes,
much worse than
yeah,
having
yeah,
like 15
100%.
mil. But
Yeah.
22,000.
All right, Nick.
No, but the fact that
20,
one
yeah.
of them has gone to 15
Yeah,
mil
yeah.
means that the others were worth it.
No, it's not. I'm saying how
I know.
Yeah.
It
oh, I
is,
thought I was going to go, hey, this one's not cool, guys.
This one's
Roasted
cringe.
that one.
This one's really cringe.
Yeah, I know people who will
Flop
like.
here enough, apparently.
People will try and do TikTok and they'll get really disheartened when it doesn't get many views. I'm like, don't worry on TikTok. Don't worry about views, man. Just post them.
Oh, yeah,
one
yeah.
will go, and then that's it. You don't have
Yeah.
to. You do not care about views on
Yeah,
TikTok, man.
and it's not even a case of you need the momentum.
Yeah, no.
It
you don't.
literally,
No.
one of them
Yeah.
will.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like YouTube, man.
No. And as well with YouTube, like if you work all week on a video being like putting so much effort into a thumbnail, title, like structure of it and all that kind of stuff, and it flops, you just, like so depressing.
Yeah.
Whereas on
Worst
TikTok,
feeling.
you're like, I can literally film another one in 5
Yeah,
minutes
yeah,
and
yeah.
upload it. And
It is the low effort TikToks that
Yeah.
go mad.
yeah,
is,
that's
it is.
so annoying. There's so many that like I've put decent effort
Yeah.
into. That just
Yeah.
me doing a trend and putting a picture of a smiley dog on the screen. For fuck's sakes, of all things to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, well, George is probably one of the only people I know that does TikTok like really well consistently, right?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
like his
yeah.
thing.
I
He's
think-
like a TikToker.
Yeah.
Really.
Because I feel like everyone in our circle is just they're not
True.
great at
Yeah,
all
actually.
social medias, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but there are a lot of people who do that type of stuff, just not necessarily crossing over to YouTube yet.
Yeah, but I'm meaning in like our circle.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
if you
for
go
sure.
to any American circle, they're all just like spamming out TikTok, spamming
I know.
Yeah.
Instagrams, whatever.
It's just like I think a lot of us are not based on like. I think it depends when you start. If you start now as an influencer, I think you get the idea of like I'm waking up today and I'm making loads of content and I'm sharing it out and being that guy. But a lot of
Yeah.
us came from like just wanting to make like sick COD videos, you know, and like so it's, I don't know, just a different vibe. Like a lot of us are not actually like the influencers type of people.
Yeah.
Whereas, which you know, I hate it. I hate social media. I hate posting pictures. I hate posting Instagram stories. You know, whereas some people love it and comes natural to them.
Yeah.
I think you just get roasted. That's the issue.
Yeah, yeah.
If I did a TikTok, like I remember when TikTok started banging, Ethan said in our group chat, he was like, "Oh, I could see Simon as like a TikToker, you know, like doing all the dances and stuff."
Yeah.
I was like, "What does that mean?" Like,
No, because you would dance now and then, you know.
no, I wouldn't.
What?
I wouldn't.
In your videos, you do. I'd see you like dance moves.
No,
Are you a dancer?
no.
You would do like the
I
whip and
literally-
that.
That's it. When everyone
That's a
did
bit
it.
of a meme as well. That's
Yeah,
not-
exactly.
He's
And
not
it-
doing the renegade.
No,
like,
and it was literally that,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
like a full on like whatever. All this.
But I
stuff.
feel like back in the day, you'd like and then just whip out a dance move.
No.
what that TikTok you did for the Sidemen one? There you go, Fortnite dancing in public,
Yeah,
man.
that was like a you say.
you yeah, no,
have to
you
dare
two
the
and
other
Josh would
person.
dance now and then.
No, not like actual dancing. Get rid of this.
But that's probably where Ethan takes it from.
Mini Minter's best dance moments. That's so funny.
Bro, this is.
Look at you going, man. Look at you shining.
But
Shining.
well, it was kind of ironic because Ethan was in the end the one that
did
the TikTok
yeah,
dance.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Have you not seen?
I'll pull it up, man.
What, Ethan's done a proper,
It was proper like bait.
It's-
Bait? What would you use?
I am so happy showing more
what,
people
like a
this.
thirst trap?
No,
Kind of.
no, he's done a lot of thirst trap ones,
Okay.
but this one, just type in. Yeah,
sure,
okay,
this
yeah,
works,
yeah.
this works.
This is. It's the worst one. He's still angry. So look. He's there. Oh, and then the girls disappear.
Oh. Oh my word. Oh no, that hurt.
See,
That I can't.
After saying it, I'll
Yeah,
never
yeah,
forget
yeah,
he
yeah,
said
yeah,
it, and then
yeah.
I just bring up that every time.
Oh, that,
Well, look, but you did the one on the Sidemen account, right?
Well-
Where the arms are falling, and you're like,
Yeah,
you look so happy in that one.
it's because I was happy I made like a really high effort TikTok that
Yeah.
I thought was good, and then
Yeah,
it didn't do that well.
Yeah, no.
But if those bang, if I did TikTok dances and they banged, everyone would rate it.
Yeah.
But for the first 10, if they stunk, I would be mocked
I do
every
think
day.
it's a UK and US audience as well. I swear UK viewers like don't want to see you
No.
Yeah.
dancing.
No.
Yeah,
Whereas like in America, they're like it's such a different culture. That,
you
like,
gotta have
Yeah.
a six pack as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got
just-
to look.
You don't even, like the Bryce Hall kind of.
Okay. Yeah.
That look.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They would do some.
Yeah, can you,
Sus
mate,
kinda-
being like Vinny Hacker on TikTok and literally just like jumping out the shower, just filming yourself going like that,
Yeah.
just banging 10 mil must be crazy. I would love to see his DMs. They must be freaking
Yeah.
wild.
Actually true. Yeah. Vinny Hacker, man.
Yeah.
But, and also destroyed
And
Deji
also
as well.
sweet guy apparently from like what I've heard. Apparently,
Yeah, I'm sure.
like,
I'm sure they're all nice. Just
Apparently
like,
a lot of them are like really cringe like behind the scenes, but apparently he's a really sweet
wow,
guy.
okay.
Well, I've
yeah.
only witnessed when he fought Deji, and he was really
Did you
nice.
chat to him like behind the scenes then much or not really?
No, because they fought in America, I think, right?
And you weren't out there?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But like the way that he talks to Deji in the videos and like afterwards and stuff, he seems nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems very like self-aware of his content and is like, I'm very aware that this is cringe.
Yeah.
Like, I can only apologize, but like it does
Yeah.
well. It pays my bills. Like, you know, you can't hate it if people are doing it.
I
Yeah.
feel like in America the culture is just like so crazy. I bet you can like get a TikTok account to like 20, 30k and already get like PR companies hitting you up. And then at that point, then they'll just dictate your, do this, do that. I like
Yeah.
this. If American parties, well, we know they're crazy, but it's just like I could never live like that, man. Like
Yeah.
they're just like so based on numbers. Like for example, they do parties where you can't get in unless you have like 100k followers.
Yeah, I've
What's
heard
all
of that.
What the fuck, man?
I've got friends that have been to LA and they've been like at the door. They've been checking if you're verified on Instagram.
What the
I've heard about
fuck,
those.
You
man?
can't get in if you're not verified.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just crazy.
I had like 3 conversations the last time I was there that started without not what's your name or who are you or whatever. It was how many followers do you have? And it's just as soon as they do that, like I don't want.
It doesn't
want
really
this
happen
conversation.
in our like circle at all. Like obviously like I and like very small, like compared with most people. I feel like everyone's pretty nice to me and stuff. But there was one. It wasn't like the group, like any of our group now. It's like a group when I started doing commentary.
Yeah.
One of our friends brought her boyfriend into a party, and he was going around, and apparently the number of people that went like, hey, how's it going? Like, what do you do? YouTube and stuff. And he'd be like, oh no, I don't have any subscribers. Like, apparently there were people just going like, oh, okay. And turning around and just walking away, which is just so bizarre to me.
Yeah.
In the UK as well.
But it's weird because that like the people at that party, and that was a scene where it was like, everyone there was like 20 to 50K subs. And for some reason it's weirder then. Like I felt under more pressure then at an event than I would like now with people with like millions. Like, yeah.
I think a lot of like, at least like people that we know, or it's like wide circle or whatever it is, like everyone's just really, really nice. Like everyone's just top people. You know?
Yeah, I feel like if people as well, like, I think it's quite obvious that like if you weren't a nice person, you wouldn't be like. I think everyone can tell that like in the group, if someone's like welcomed in or they're already a part of the group, like if they weren't a nice person, they just wouldn't be there. So like,
true.
People kind of know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if someone brings someone along, like George come along to the video, like if he's nice, like people are just going to be nice to him. Whereas if he comes in and just starts being like a dick and is like really up himself or something, like people are just going to be like, well, I'm not going to have you along.
So basically, if you see someone appear in a video once and never again, because they're a dick.
Yeah.
I might invite someone into a Sidemen video soon and just never invite them. Just for that.
Some really nice person.
Well, I mean, has that happened over the years? Have you had people that like have sort of come in and you just been like, oh, we really don't like?
Not.
Obviously, you don't really want to name drop.
I genuinely don't think so, because we don't really try and collab with people that just aren't friends, if you know what I mean. Like we're not going, okay, we need this person for this reason. We're going, who's going to make a good video because they got good chemistry.
Yeah. And you'd probably only know that if they're already kind of your mates because you like bantered with them before. Yeah, that does make sense.
Now, obviously, we have done videos with like Gideon, Logan Paul. But everyone's... I've barely ever met a YouTuber that I haven't thought is a nice person.
Yeah.
It's harder with YouTube. Like with TikTok, if you're going famous for dancing, like it's easy to be like a shit person and no one knows until like it comes out. Whereas with that on YouTube, at least, I mean, obviously things can, come out and stuff. But like most of the people, you can just tell if people are nice from their YouTube videos because like it's just so obvious in the way they come across in them. And podcasts as well. Yeah,
and the word spreads so quick as well.
Yeah.
Like if you do anything, like if you're a dick in a restaurant away from videos, someone will like clock it and spread the news.
Yeah.
I did like a clickbait Reddit video recently where I was like, that time I was in your 20 vs 1 while I was waiting for the next video. And someone commented like, oh, I assumed you were just at every Sidemen shoot and they just pull you in when they need something. Like, what? No. Imagine just like they're ready on its side. I mean, tell a quick joke, run off again.
Should we bring Randy in for this one? Yeah, Randy.
I got referred to as Chris's cameraman a couple of times when I first started doing videos with him.
Yeah.
Like people would be like, oh, who is this guy when it comes from TikTok? And like, oh, it's Chris's cameraman. I was like, where does that come from? Do you ever read rumors about yourself and you're just like, where's that? Where's that come from?
I think that's when I started seeing that stuff, when I actually started to not believe all the, how you sometimes will hear someone online say, oh, I met someone at a restaurant and they were really not a nice person. I started to take that a lot less seriously when I heard people lie about me. Yeah. Because I was like, well, this is not true. So then, imagine like all the things they say about this actor. Sometimes you hear a lot of stuff and it's like, well, this surely can't be a coincidence now. But I don't know. Some people say some things on TikTok. I'm like, it's just wrong. Like you just made it up. But yeah,
it's bizarre. People love to like talk like that as well. Like like they can, if they hear one bad thing, they can be like, oh well, I had this interaction and actually like through this view it could be seen like this. And
did you? This is completely random. When you started posting your first videos, did you have face cam?
No, I didn't.
So how long was it till you had face cam?
A year. I did it when I hit 100K.
Because of the law stuff, right? You was nervous.
It started off as the law stuff because I was like, I didn't want my like law firm like finding out and like freaking out about it.
Yeah.
Although they did in the end. Like by the time I left, like all of my partners had like ArthurTV merch. Like they were like sipping tea out of ArthurTV mugs, like which was quite funny. They're probably still in the law firm offices now, which is bizarre.
Yeah.
But yeah, when I started, I mean, mainly it was because I was a student, I couldn't afford anything. My first ever video, if you hear the quality of it, I'm using the mic built into my old MacBook Pro.
Oh, wow.
Like that's how bad the quality was.
MacBook Pros are good Mics. They have some of the
nowadays,
best.
But probably back like a good 5 or 6 years. Like it sounds so bad.
Yeah.
And then it was the same with the camera. I looked at like DSLR and it was like $1,000 and then a lens was $1,000 and I was like, I'm literally like eating £1 beans for dinner tonight. Like, I'm gonna have to spend the next 6 years of saving a pound a day for just to save up how much money I need. So I was just like, I'm not gonna do this until I'm like, if I hit 100k, I'll know that this could be going somewhere. I will have hopefully earned enough, and then I'll buy a camera.
If you could be in the exact same position right now as you're in, without showing your face, would you?
No, not. I mean, I'm still so small. It doesn't really change my life in any meaningful way. Like, I'll get the occasional person come up to me and just say like, I like your videos, I like this. But I mean, like, I like doing the content I make, but it's quite a lonely world, like being sat in front of your camera and scripting all day, like doing this stuff, like coming on this podcast, doing the videos with you guys, like, and the other boys and stuff, like that kind of stuff is so much more fun.
Yeah, true.
And I wouldn't be able to do any of that stuff if I was like secret identity type person.
True. Yeah.
I mean, I hated that as well. Like, I was such a spotty little nerd. Will and he is in big trouble. Oh dear. I remember this.
Oh wow.
So we had this was when I'd probably just after I'd just met Will. We went on that, I don't know if you saw, we went on a ski trip like 3 years ago, and he had basically started reacting to Airline, which are the videos that I was like doing, and he kind of like semi roasted me in one. Like, he was like, oh, we've stolen this off Arthur and like stuff like this. So I was like, would you mind if I made like a tongue-in-cheek video? Like, I'm obviously joking in the video, just being like, Will and he stole my videos and stuff, and tried to clickbait his name, and the video flopped anyway. So I took 2 hours on that one. But yeah, and that was the other thing. I must have hit puberty very recently. It's like, even in my early 20s, I was such a spotty little nerd. Like,
same.
And I was like, I didn't want to go on camera because I was just like very self-conscious of the way I looked. So I actually ended up borrowing some of my sister's concealer in some videos, just to like hide a few of the spots. So I was like,
sometimes I go back and I'm like, I wish I did do OnlyFace cam, because like, why was I doing all this shit as a kid, man? I can't delete these videos, man. They're there forever.
That is one of the good things about starting late.
Oh, he's like in these new let's see him. Let's see.
Oh, he's done. Wait. Okay. Well,
He's
we were
ripped now,
talking
isn't he?
about, you were talking about people looking at you and judging you online.
Yeah.
Mr. Beast has posted a photo of his body transformation. So this was him. How long ago does it say? I'm on a really weird angle.
He doesn't say.
Okay. Well, him and Eric are doing a competition, like a bodybuilding competition or something like that. So they've been going for like a year. Yeah.
No, fair.
So let's see it. Jeez.
Fair play.
I was expecting like go back to the one. See, that's how it's like very more like staged. It's like a, I don't know. It seems more like, I don't know. It's the video.
Do you think he's edited it? Do you
No,
think
but it's so different.
he's
like,
made himself look
I was
bigger?
expecting the same background,
Yeah, it should be. Actually, that's one. I mean,
With the lighting and stuff.
Yeah, it looks good though. It looks very
It
good.
does look good.
There's an awkward little smile as always.
I don't know what I was expecting, but that wasn't it.
No, I was expecting
I know
like,
what you mean.
yeah.
He looks pretty wham.
he does look good. Like, fair play. That's a good transformation. He's got a bit of triceps going on, his shoulders coming up.
Looking great, bro.
I'm surprised you didn't put a strong arm emoji.
When I did start, like when I was doing like the face reveal stuff, and I was like trying to build hype, like I was going to the gym a lot, and I did. That's one thing I probably regret, like posting like semi-thirst trappy sort of like physique transformation and stuff, and like it was basically like that. Like I put one on my story of me and my boxers, basically like kind of same thing. Like now I look back on it and think it was cringe. Like, it's not the end of the world. Like, loads of gym people do it, but now I'm just like, you're such a dweeb. Like,
no, if you feel good, then it's nice for yourself to be able to do that. You know, I'm sure for Mr. B as well. He's like, I feel sick now. You know,
that was 1 hour ago that was posted.
Okay,
and it's on 1.42 million views.
Unreal.
Likes.
Those kind of things when people like congratulate you for stuff, like do a lot better. Like there was one time on Instagram. When I had a photo and I was like, I want to post this, but I wanted to get the engagement up. And like 5 days ago, I'd hit 80k subs.
Yeah.
So I took a screenshot of me with 80k subs and uploaded the photo of my face with like just me. And then with the slide along of like, thanks for 80k subs. And the engagement was like twice as high.
Sick.
So it was,
I do that every time, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for 81. That's for 82. Thanks for 83. But,
oh yeah, there you go. Me and James Marriott. He's a very sweet boy. Oh, dear, that's so cringe.
Nice.
I mean, the fact that I used to... Oh, yeah, there you go. I mean, that one on the middle right is... I mean, that's just...
Nice, just a nice action shot, man. Jumping off.
Just evidently tensing a bit. It's just a bit cringe now looking back. And the one along, just like it's just so obvious. Oh, it just. I hate it.
Turn it off, man.
I'm gonna go have a drink when I get home because I just find it so. But I mean, do you guys find that? Do you like look back and just go like, oh man, this is embarrassing, or do you just accept it?
Is
there a point in your life where you just go like, I just have to accept that I was younger and an idiot?
It's both though. I look back at it and think this is so embarrassing. I don't want to watch it, but it's there.
Yeah,
I have to accept it, but I don't want to. Yeah. Okay.
I do like a.
You don't look that different, to be fair.
Actually don't.
I just look a bit.
You've not really aged much.
I'll take that.
You're more tanned, and that
was 20 years ago.
Shut up.
Oh, okay.
That was 10 years ago.
10, yeah. I like in the moment. I'm always like, I don't care about like. I don't care what I look like. I don't care. Like, it's just cringe, whatever. I don't care. And then like 5 years later, I'm like, actually, I do care. Now I care, you know.
What you care about 5 years ago, or you care about now?
I care 5 years ago. So I'm saying now I'll always put myself in situations that I'm like, I don't care what people think. But then when I look back in 5 years, I'm like, I wish I did care what people think at that time. You know?
Yeah.
But I don't care actually. Overall, is what it is. It's more like personal like feeling. That's why like say Mr. Beast, like he looks great. He's improved, you know. So it's do you, man? You know?
Are you doing like a transformation like video or anything on more in your?
I should do. He keeps telling me to do it, man.
You should. If Chris's one, do you remember when Chris did one and that did crazy? People love that kind of stuff as well because like it's something people are always going through. Like people are always trying to get in better shape and stuff, and watching someone that they like and relate to.
And it puts you the Gymshark money.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Videos.
It holds you accountable as well.
Yeah, I did a few videos, but for me it's the opposite. Because I did a few videos where I was like doing like, I didn't eat sugar for a week. So here's what happened, or how much weight can I lose in 1 week. But then like now I'm like, I'd rather just like get my head down and just do it. I feel like doing a video is more like I'm only working out now for a video, so I'd rather just do it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I get
it, but also it'll make you do it.
But I'm doing it anyway.
Are you?
Yeah, I've lost like 5 kgs.
So you may as well put
lost 5 kgs.
Since I've lost 25 overall.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
So you may as well put a camera on it.
But that would stop me. Because then I'm like, now I'm doing it.
How much more do you want to lose?
Just as much as I can, really. Yeah.
Well, if you're not gonna do it, if you put a camera on it, then obviously don't do it.
Yeah.
But don't do the camera.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I want to do stuff like I did like ice bath for like 30 days. Like this is what happened, you know. Stuff like that.
Like the Freezy 30-day challenge thing.
Yeah, kind of, and document what happened. But then I'm like, oh, fuck, 30 days, man. Like I'll do it, but I'd forget to film it. Like that's what I'll go. Like I'm doing stuff now where I'm enjoying it, but I'd like having to. I hate vlogging. I hate actually making YouTube videos. I don't enjoy it, man. I fucking hate it. I like doing podcast stuff. Or I like doing like the Pokemon videos. I enjoy that because like it's not videos. It's documenting something. Just thinking of like doing a video on its own. I'm like, I fucking hate that. You know.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I got to try and figure out how to. Keep going.
I saw John poke up as soon as I said I feel that. He's like, what?
No
We're
more
meant to do main channel videos.
yeah. But maybe I should do it. I should do like a. My idea originally was to do like a video where I do like, I don't know, burning like 500. It's not much, but 500 calories a day and document each like different task doing it. And I was gonna show like all these different brands in the video, and then pitch it to all of them and be like, do you want to sponsor this video? Do you want to sponsor this video? Do you want to sponsor this video? And says yes, and just blur the rest of them.
that's pretty good.
But but now I just like I do things only for money. But I don't know. I mean, I never started YouTube to try and make YouTube videos. It's just music. So like now everyone's like, now YouTube is a place where it's all about making the best video. I'm like, I'd rather just be funny, man, and just like,
yeah, it's long. Like I look at that sometimes, then want to do like in real life stuff. Yeah. And then you watch like one of Chip or Freezy's videos.
Yeah,
and like, the production just is.
That's
insane.
what I'm saying. Like I love doing that that shoot that we did the other day, the waiter one, the etiquette one. I'm like, I could do stuff like that, but it's just like I just don't love it enough. And I feel like I have to really enjoy the whole process to do that.
Yeah, you know? I'd love to be in like a group that was like kind of like a bit like Sidemen, where you're like, if there's something you don't want to organize, you can get someone to like organize it for you. Be it there.
Yeah.
If I could do one where it was like rock up once a week for the day and just like have an absolute riot.
That's what I'm gonna try and do that. I'm gonna try to hire someone in to help like do that type of stuff, but it's just like, obviously expensive to do that, so I have to like keep it up if I was to do it. And I'm also not very good at asking people, you know. Yeah. Freezy will be like, oh, you want to come in this video? I'm like, yeah, sure. And whereas I'm like, oh man, it takes me like 3 days to get the courage to ask someone.
Yeah.
And they say no, and I'm like, fuck.
Actually, someone did send me a clip of you. I think someone asked on stream a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
Was like, would you ever get Arthur on the pod? And you're like, yeah, I'll ask him soon. And then I'd never heard. I was like, he was being nice for the camera.
No.
We never ever ask. We're scared of rejection.
You've been on a list for months, mate.
Oh, yeah. We've said like, let's get him on. Yeah.
So it's just we got turned down once
You got turned down by
Vic,
someone.
man.
by Vic.
Yeah.
Because he was busy, or just said he in general just.
He said he's podcasted out was his phrase.
But like,
So-
but he had done like 3 in like a day, and then I think Theo had like driven back from like Brighton after filming with his podcast with Joe Weller to do that day. I was like, damn, man. But then to be fair, like some people just don't want to talk about it. Like some people don't want to come on unless they have something to talk about.
Yeah.
And they feel like they need to have something to talk about. Whereas a lot of people also just don't mind chatting for like 3 hours. Well, not 1 hour, 2 hours, whatever. Whereas, I know like Calix is like, oh, I'm down to come on, but I'll do it when I've got something to talk about. You know, Gib was like, I'll come on after my fight or before my fight. But
that's a bit why I'm like. I think that was probably why I was so nervous, just like thinking so much like what exactly we're going to talk about for like an hour. Because imagine getting 10 minutes in and just be like.
Well, we just waffle, man.
Yeah.
Because I did a little podcast with one of my friends like a couple of months ago, and it was almost worse because we overplanned. Like, we turned it into like. To be fair, I like love making that kind of content, but it was like a fact-based thing. So like it would be like a whole thing on like
I saw these as well.
Oh,
on my feed actually.
They did really well on TikTok because
Yeah.
each individual fact like is really interesting. Like we did the whole saga on like we did Instagram versus reality and like how that makes people feel and like what they go through to changes. And the number of like footballers that have had like plastic surgery is insane.
Mad.
Like one of the most viral one was the Casemiro's nose. Like I never really clocked it until
That's what I saw.
Casemiro's had like a proper nose job.
Yeah.
Like David Beckham, like one day, literally 1 week was like wrinkly, like a bit jagged teeth, and then comes back. Oh yeah, here you go. I don't know if you can zoom in a little bit more to see his nose before and after, but like,
oh yeah, shit.
he's got quite a sharp nose now.
Yeah, it's like
he looks
Michael
like
Jackson
people from
nose.
The Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
Dr.
It's,
Seuss.
it's not a great nose job. I can't lie.
Yeah, it looked fine before. Well, I don't know.
And obviously Ronaldo's had loads of work done.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Beckham had some even when he was at PSG apparently. And there's just loads of them, you know.
When you did it, you would film a whole podcast and clip it up. Was that how you did it?
Yeah,
I know some
pretty
people will
much.
do TikToks, won't they? Where they like, there's no one's there. So
Yeah, there's a girl who does that on TikTok and she's pretending like she's talking to someone and she's like, it's really interesting you'd ask that because like men are like, you know, and then all the top comments are like, just a reminder, like she's talking to a wall. It's so bizarre.
And there's like one guy, isn't there now, who does the TikTok where he's like, isn't it crazy how like blue is blue,
Oh
but
yeah.
then yellow is yellow? Isn't that concerning?
Yeah.
His TikTok's bang.
Yeah, they're ridiculous. But they're the type of ones where you go like, eventually that joke's going to run dry.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
probably.
there's only so many times you can watch a TikTok of a guy being like, paint something green and it's green.
Yeah.
Paint something white and it's white.
He's
and
got to
you're
try
like,
and reinvent his own thing,
Yeah.
man. But
yeah.
not sure what else to talk about. I feel like now is the moment where you said where it's like, now what do we do? You know?
Well, you mentioned Gib.
Yeah.
Don't know if he'll come on the podcast.
You had some beef with him, right?
I haven't. Well, I don't know if you've seen his latest video. He talks about the next Misfits Kingpin card, and he's like, I've been betrayed, and it's a clip of me saying like, I don't think he was as good as I thought he'd be in the fight. But I'm sat there thinking like,
it's just feedback on the fight.
Like, so he puts a picture of me down, and then here we're doing like. So I want to clear this part up. Firstly, we did like Sidemen awards for the end of the year.
Yeah.
And Ethan gets pissed at me here. I get given a list of things.
Yeah.
So best boxing performance, and I got given 3 or 4 fights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh, these are the 4. And I literally start the video off and I say, if there's anything else you guys think that wasn't on the list, just say, and we'll add it. So I read the 4 out, and Ethan's like, that's a crime. How have you not put a Gib on this fight, like this fight on?
Yeah.
And I said, well, firstly, I didn't write the list. Secondly, he got knocked down. So I'm not going to vote for it, but fair enough.
Yeah.
And then he uses the clip where I say, oh, he didn't look as good as I thought he'd be.
Oh.
Surely he's just joking, right?
I hope so.
Yeah.
Because I like Gib.
Yeah.
He uses what's good in every single video.
Every video.
Does he?
Yeah, well,
always
get on
uses-
here then, Gib.
But it's because we talk about boxing every
That's the thing.
fucking episode.
That's another thing that stresses me out about. But you can literally just say one thing and it's so offhand, and then people can make such a big thing. I know he's obviously doing it in jest there, but
Wait a sec. You know how they do Misfits every month, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel like ages since the last one?
Yeah. It was probably start of this month.
We haven't spoke about it in months.
Yeah.
Feels
Good.
Feels really good, man.
Good.
Feels nice.
But yeah, no, I mean that I do understand what you're saying because you speak for like an hour and a half. You say one sentence that's clipped out.
Yeah.
It's not even that mean or anything.
Yeah,
that was the
uses
JJ
it.
Villa one as well. Like it wasn't really that bad, and then everyone just thinks, I hate my friend. But then also what I don't get is like everyone always says like oh man, you're such a KSI meat rider, and then
Well, they say that about everything. Oh, these guys are such yes men, and I'm like, well,
yeah.
I've called Gib out. I've said I don't think it was that great, but whatever.
And then when I say something wrong, it's like, oh, you hate your friends, man. Like, keep that shit off social media. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's no way to win because on the internet, that's one of the like cold truths I had to learn. Like when I started doing this, it was like that. There's always going to be, especially like with the content I do, especially a lot of it's like relationship wise.
Yeah.
There's always two really bad people in these relationships. Like for example, the couple I'm covering at the moment, it's like a young guy in his 20s from Tunisia, like a woman in her 50s from America, like sad, old, lonely. And it's a bit like he's kind of taken advantage of her loneliness to get a green card into the UK.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like she's taken advantage of the fact that he's from a poorer country to get this hunk. So like both of them are bad. And everyone, if I like criticize one, they're like, I can't believe you criticize this person. Like the other person's done this. And it's like, it's as if the whole world, like, or at least a big chunk of the internet, just thinks like only one thing can be right, or only one person can be in the wrong.
Man. Yeah,
and it's like
you say one thing, and that's your entire like opinion.
Yeah,
There's no more like it's black or it's white, and that's it really.
Yeah,
it can get annoying, man.
And you see people like flagged up from like the smallest things, like he said this like 6 years ago, and it's like, come on, who hasn't like just said or done the occasional like stupid thing? Like
for
it happens, but like surely you can tell from their content that they're a good person.
That's
why I don't like Twitter, because I don't think like people aren't there watching all their content and being like, I know what this type of person is like.
They're
like, I've heard that you've seen this, and I hate them forever. And anytime I get it brought up.
I think also as humans, as people, we grow up like wanting to be not be liked by like viewers, but when in your friend groups or your school, you don't want to be hated by anyone. You want to be like getting along with them. So when you see like someone not agreeing with you on like social media or having an opinion that differs to yours, it's kind of like it hurts because you want to be liked, but actually it doesn't matter. If you get 100,000 views on a video, it's okay for 5 people to hate their opinion or not like it, but we read it as like it's the last thing on earth.
It's annoying how like you can read like 100 nice comments and you read one mean one and you just think about it for a while.
It's so bad. It's like I don't know how that happens, but it's so it's the way it is.
That was exactly how I go back to it again. But when I was spotty, like all comments would be nice, and then like I'd get one being like, "Fucking hell, that's a big red dot on your head." I'll just be like, "I'm quitting." I'm going.
When it's insecurity as well, like at that point,
that's the worst,
where you're literally like, I hope no one comments it.
You know it as well, and you read it, and it's like that sticks out.
Yeah.
And but it's just there's probably some solutions out there, but Reeve probably has it. Meditation, just being a calm person and like having discipline will then not.
You've got to be stoic towards it, I guess.
Yeah.
Insecurities or things that aren't true. When someone says something about you that isn't true, and you're like, I don't want to reply to this. Like half of me wants to like correct them, but half of me doesn't even want to entertain it and just leave it and just be like, you know what, think what you think. Like,
for sure. But it's true when you don't check your video, like you feel better. If you had a video that flops, you don't look. It's fine. You look and you're like obsessed about it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, John, to end out the podcast here. How about you give us a what would you rather?
Well, you change it to an AI, mate, so the AI can
No. How about you make one up right now?
I think wait.
I don't know what goes through John's brain.
Do you do? Would you rather?
I'm really on the spot here.
We often do that, yeah. Would you rather, or would you like?
We'll do an ethical one.
Oh.
An ethical would you rather.
Keep thinking there, John.
This is quite. This has probably been asked a lot. Would you rather
kill one person or 6? Right? Isn't that a whole trolley thing?
Yeah, but
so I don't think that's the way they work.
You have to specify the trolley.
There has to be more to it. Like,
I'd rather kill 6.
Kill people, would you?
All right. Would you rather fuck a goat and no one knows, or everyone thinks that you fucked a goat,
I heard this.
but you didn't?
Oh, this is quite topical as well, because like, what do you care more about? Like, I think
I would rather they think I fucked a goat.
Yeah, I think just about.
I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
I think deep down,
everyone thinks.
I think deep down, knowing what I had done or not done is way more important than what people think.
I agree until you go outside.
Can you imagine you're just like imagine you take a girl on a date, and some guy walks past and he tells you, "You're that guy who fucked a goat."
Exactly.
Like, oh.
It's you can't say actually no, I didn't. It's just everyone thinks I do.
And but everyone's like, no, he did.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Oh, that's awful. Why a goat as well?
What would you like?
Yeah, what do you want?
We can change, man.
I don't know what I'm
You
saying.
want a duck?
If it's
What's a sexy animal to you?
Fox. Go for a fox.
Why?
I made Marion out of Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Harry Potter? Sorry,
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood. It was just a joke though. The cartoon version.
Oh yeah, have you ever seen what's that basketball movie?
Lola Bunny from
Lola
Space
Bunny
Jam.
from Space
Oh,
Jam.
man.
What an absolute world.
We've talked about like hot
She
cartoon
just is a
characters.
baddie, isn't she?
I've brought that one up though every single time.
How
He's
about
like,
this
no,
one?
I
How about
made
this one?
Marion. He's like, Lola Bunny's not hot.
I do obviously understand that she's hot, but I'm saying compared to Maid Marian, like her voice was just, you know what I'm talking about, the cartoon.
I know.
Can you pull it up?
You're saying it so fast as well. I don't know what you're saying.
Robin Hood, Maid
No, no,
Marian.
You know Robin Hood?
The cartoon, the old cartoon.
Well, you know Robin Hood, like the story,
story.
of Robin Hood.
The old school, like hand drawn Disney like cartoon. Yeah.
So there was a fox.
Oh yeah, she's cute.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Come
no,
on, let's go. And just like her aura in the movie as well, like just cute, man.
Oh, you like a good girl, do you? That's the
I just like this fox, man.
like Lola Bunny is there, like short shorts,
Yeah,
ass on
she's
the
toying
court.
with the
pull up
boys.
the
Toying
Ant
with the
from
boys.
Bugs Life as well.
She's there with like a little like nun hat and
Bugs Life.
flowers.
Yeah, me and Theo were talking about on my flocked video.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, pull up Bugs Life, the girl.
What?
He's like love interest, you know.
Nah, you're weird.
Not that one. Not this one, man. You don't think?
Nah, you're weird.
No,
for
no,
that.
The
you're
princess.
Yeah, the princess.
No, you're weird.
Right, John?
Yeah, I'm into it.
Let's go.
You know she's 11.
It didn't matter. Sorry.
That out of context is gonna be crazy.
It's actually like probably under a year old. It's an ant.
No, I'm trying to say. I'm talking about. I'm
just making up an age.
That with you as well. And earlier when you were talking about being in class and being like, I wasn't on the register, but I should have been.
No, that's good though. No, I'm talking about like
If those two get put together,
well, now they are.
Stop giving them. Stop telling them to do it.
I'm saying like it doesn't matter. What am I? I don't know.
what do you mean it doesn't matter?
I meant like
Because it's an ant.
no, it's a cartoon, so there's no ages in it. Like,
This is not a good road to go down either.
When I was
You
a
get the whole-
Stop this.
can you Google how old is she?
It's an ant. They're under a year old. They don't have long lifespans.
Thank you, John.
Because there are those. You ever hear of these weird
She's a year
like?
old.
I've never watched anime. I'd quite like to get into it, but you
That's
get some
weird,
people
yeah,
that go like,
that is weird though. 'cause
I
they are-
fancy this anime character that looks like 4,
Yeah,
but she's actually
yeah.
1,000 years old, and it's like,
doesn't
well,
count.
Well, it's like all the Pokemon trainers, isn't
oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh, well, Google how old's Lola Bunny
Okay,
then.
he zoomed in on
How old's Google this,
what
Nick?
the fuck?
it? That's a rabbit. That's what it's based off.
Sexy up?
That's
Nah,
it. What is going
it's
on?
called Freezy.
Now get more. Oh,
the
Roxanne. To be fair,
goofy
had a
movies.
little bit. Nah.
Well, yeah, it's like people that like the Pokemon
Hot
trainers and
Tiger.
stuff, like Misty.
Yeah,
And Misty's like
yeah.
8 years old.
Well,
or
that's why
something.
my
Oh
Pokemon
yeah, the
value
girl
keeps going
from
up.
it wasn't that one, but it just reminded me of it. The girl from Shark Tale.
What,
I thought
how old
she
is she?
was
Which is a
she's
fish,
a
so
fish.
probably a year or two.
Oh, there she is.
But like she's demonstrably a woman at least.
Yeah, it's J-Lo.
Oh,
no,
is
no,
it?
no, sorry, it's Angelina Jolie, sorry.
Yeah.
Angelina Jolie.
Yeah, see that's
J-Lo
weird.
Jolie.
That's
weird. Beast? What?
That's a
All right,
bit
this is going
weird.
down a weird
Yeah,
route.
this is-
So I'm
Mr.
gonna,
Beast?
What the fuck?
sorry.
is
I'm gonna call it there because this is going down a weird
I don't
route.
know why I said Mr. Beast.
going? Randy's gonna incriminate himself, so I think, I think we stop it.
Well, let's call it there.
Yeah, sorry.
So, as always, check out Arthur in the description down below. Go subscribe. You're almost at 500,000.
Yeah.
Nice,
come on.
nice. Let's
So,
go.
yeah, go subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for listening. And we'll see you next week.
Peace.
Peace.
Take care.